Dear all, welcome to second Vice Chancellor Conclave by CEGR on very relevant topic of sharing of one best practice of each university by the Vice Chancellor. Center for Education Growth and Research is the leading and only education think tank in India, created with 4 innovations. With over 10,000 plus aligned academicians, corporate and researchers, the CEGR National Council includes 100 Vice Chancellors from various regions of India and leading industries. So CEGR is the only education think tank to organize 56 successful events in 14 states on a single day under its flagship social initiative, that is Indian Education Festival. Indian Education Festival benefited more than 12,500 persons on a single day, and this is record in India. Today's program is the series of social initiative and knowledge sharing session by CEGR for the benefit of academia. We are grateful to ASM Group of Institutions and Dr. Sandeep Pachpande, National Vice President CEGR and Chairman ASM Group of Institutions, for technical support and guidance to this event. Today we have very eminent panel having Vice Chancellors from all over India. Thank you for accepting our request to address this knowledge sharing session. And from my screen, I'm telling the name of all the Vice Chancellors present on the screen. I'm telling from the round clock, from the left hand side to right hand side. First is the Professor Prabhat Ranjan, Vice Chancellor, Dr. D.Y. Patil, International University, Pune, a great academician, former executive director of CAFEC. We welcome you, sir. Then we have Dr. Sandeep Pachpande, National Vice President, CEGR and Chairman ASM Group of Institutions, one of the leading group of institutions of Pune. So thank you, sir, for always supporting the various initiatives of CEGR. Then we have Dr. Ananya Mukherjee, Vice Chancellor of Shivnadar University, Ghaziabad, one of the leading name in leading university in Delhi NCR. Then we have Dr. K. Parthapan, Vice Chancellor, D.Y. Patil Agriculture and Technical University, Kolhapur, Maharashtra. Thank you, sir. Then we have Professor R.L. Raina, Vice Chancellor of Jaipur National University and former Vice Chancellor of J.K. Lakshmipat University. Then we have Professor Vikas Singh, Vice Chancellor of Gita University, Sonipat. Then we have Professor Jawaharlal, Vice Chancellor, Tilka Manjhi Bhagalpur University, one of the biggest university of Bihar, government university and best university of South Bihar. Then we have Dr. Nitin Rane, Vice Chancellor, Avantika University, Indore. So we welcome you, sir. Then we have Professor N. Nagaraju, Vice Chancellor of Gangadhar Meher University, Odisha. Then we have Dr. Archana Misra, Vice Chancellor of Dr. V.R. Ambedkar National Law University, Sonipat. Then we have Professor Nitin Rane, Vice Chancellor of I think double person. Then we have Professor Y.S.R. Murthy, Vice Chancellor of RV University, Bangalore. And then we have Professor Sasmita Samanta, Vice Chancellor of KIT University, Odisha. So we welcome you all, and we also welcome all the participants joined from the various social media sites, and we have kept a very limited entry to the Zoom, but we have very large number of audience joining on the various social media. So thank you all for joining from the various social media. Now I request Dr. Sandeep Pachpande, National Vice President CEGR, to present the opening remarks. Over to you, Dr. Sandeep Pachpande.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ravish, and a very warm welcome and good afternoon to the distinguished Vice Chancellors, esteemed academicians, and honorable guests. On behalf of CEGR, my personal behalf, and ASM Group, I wish to welcome you all to this second Vice Chancellor Conclave on the theme of sharing best practices of each university. It gives me immense pleasure that you all have gathered here today virtually as we embark into this transformative journey of knowledge exchange and collaboration. As leaders in the field of higher education, we understand the significance of learning from each other's experiences, embracing innovative approaches, and driving academic excellence. This conclave provides us with a unique platform to do just that, to share, to inspire, and to collectively shape the future of education. Today, we are honored to have more than 40 Vice Chancellors from various prestigious universities joining us and representing a wealth of knowledge and expertise. Together, we at CEGR form a very powerful community that can redefine the landscape of higher education and propel our institution toward greater heights. Throughout this conclave, we will dive and delve into in-depth discussions, exploring best practices that have led to success within your respective universities. This event goes beyond the exchange of ideas. It is a celebration of collaboration and partnership, and we encourage you to actively engage in the networking opportunities, forging connections with like-minded individuals that share the same passion for educational excellence. CEGR has been having multiple events where we have been giving a platform for institute collaborations. The last event, I think, had more than 85 institutions taking part, and over 1,500 MOUs was signed. There is another event which is planned very soon. And through this platform, I would request all of you to participate in that. And while we talk of having collaborations only with the universities from the West, it is very imperative that we have the collaborations between our own institutes and universities in India itself. So I would like to express my sincere gratitude to CEGR for organizing this remarkable event. And once again, welcome you all. So I would request each one of you to please present in around 5 to 6 minutes any of the best practices which they would like to share, so that we can manage the time and we get everyone to speak up. So to begin with, may I call upon Professor Prathapan Sir, Vice Chancellor D.Y. Patil Agriculture University, to begin the first talk.
Thank you, Dr. Deshpande-ji, and all fellow Vice Chancellors of our country. It's a great pleasure for me to speak a few minutes in this second Vice Chancellor's Conclave organized by CEGR. Thank you for the organizers and authorities. I am Dr. K. Prathapan, Vice Chancellor, D.V. Patil Agriculture and Technical University, Kolhapur, Maharashtra. I am the founder Vice Chancellor of this university. And we have about 5,000 students in my university, which is capturing the need of the southwestern Maharashtra students for their agricultural education as well as engineering education. Here we have agricultural engineering, BTech, MTech, and PhD, as well food technology, food processing engineering, then computer science and engineering with artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science as core subjects. And we have a business school too here, BBA, MBA, and PhD in management. Also, our niche course is agribusiness management. So these are the, in nutshell, about my university. And, I have already entered into MOU with various national as well as international universities. The core competency of my agricultural and technical university is that experiential learning. So that is the core competency, doing and experiencing. Seeing is believing and doing is experiencing. That is the basic concept of, education. Without doing and experiencing, education is not complete. That's the concept. With that, my Chancellor, Dr. Sanjay D. Patil, has come up with a novel idea of experiential learning concept. With that, all our courses are internship linked. That is a specialty, including BBA, BCA, and all. It is industry linked. Our academia industry marriage is perfect, and all the courses have internship program along with their academic program here in campus. And innovative way, we did MCA as a sandwich program. First year, they will be doing their program in our campus, academic program. Second year, they'll be doing it in the industry. I have signed MOU with IBM, Infosys, and Tech Mahindra, 3 institutions. That the second year MCA will be with the industry, with stipend. So that is the internship attached sandwich program of MCA. Lot of rush is there for that program. It is going on very well. And as I told, I have signed MOU with the domestic and international institutions to say a few. Westford Educational Group UK have signed an MOU with us. UNC University South Korea has signed an MOU. Arba Minch University Ethiopia. These 3 institutions have already signed, and Dubai Align University of Agricultural Sciences and Veterinary Medicine. We have entered into dialogue, and soon we will be signing MOU. And Hebrew University, we have already have internship MOU. Last year, I could send 17 students to Hebrew University, Israel, for studying about high-tech agriculture. Out of the 25 from the country selected, 17 are from DYP. So that is the greatest advantage of my university with that innovative best practice which I follow. And our MBA, BBA courses, as well as the PhD courses, publication ethics and publication process in Scopus are being taught to my scholars, research scholars, by Elsevier, Springer, and IEEE. In fact, today, now Elsevier's publication process in Scopus is going on online. And I have entered into, agreement with the foreign universities wherein Dr. Kim, Dr. Park from the UNC University, South Korea, they are constantly taking classes for my chemistry, organic chemistry, as well as food processing, material sciences students and all. Online classes are being handled on a regular interval. And, the last but not the least is that I have kept an idea box in my campus that anybody working with Dairy Patil Agricultural and Technical University can put an idea into that. Whatever idea they have, any wild idea, any soft, most forward thinking, most developed idea, whatever it may be, they can drop. And every month it will be open in the presence of the Vice Chancellor, and it will be properly appreciated and awarded once in 6 months by my Chancellor, Dr. Sanjay Patil. These are the icing on the cake. Best practices followed by Dairy Patil Agricultural and Technical University. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It is very important that we have experiential learning brought into the core teaching because the attention span of the students is also very less, and we have to get out of the rote learning. And thank you for sharing the idea of the idea box. May I now call upon another pillar of CEGR, Professor Prabhat Ranjan. So when we think of innovation, I think you're leading that cause. So can't wait to hear from you.
Thank you for this opportunity. I will share the 3 best practices. List is long, but to keep it within time. One of the very important one that we tried to do was a track system. So in 2019, we started a computer science engineering program. We are only 5 years old. 2018, we started the university. We divided the 4-year program into 2 parts. The first 2 years are foundational courses. The last 2 years, the students have to choose a specialization which is based on a track system. So track means that once they make their selection, they have to do 8 to 9 courses related to that specialization over 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th semester. So suppose I choose artificial machine learning or data science. So then related to AI/ML, they will have 8 to 9 subjects over 2 years of time. Now this track system, specialization does not have to be selected at the time of admission. The students learn for 2 years the subject matter, and then they take a decision after 2 years which track they want. Now, because of this, the flexibility, the students are not forced to make choices at the time of admission. The degree name is computer science engineering, and track specialization mentioned in the certificate. This has the flexibility that I can change the tracks, delete track, modify them, add them as technology changes. As I was heading in this technology think tank, we have seen the technology changing very, very fast. It's much faster than expected. And then our education system to flexible to respond to this. So this track system introduced in 2019, and we have done this for now all courses. The second best practice I would say is that lab in bag concept. Lab in bag concept means that the electronics lab. So in India does very well in software side, IT industry, and the students also do it well because they have laptops or mobile phones and internet access. When it comes to working on hardware, they get stuck because they need to go to lab and so on. So what we thought, can we bring the lab to the students itself? So this lab in bag concept is a small device of national instruments, which we use in the labs and also make it available to students, or they can buy it also, which you connect to your computer, and then all electronics lab equipment are on your computer. So once you're carrying that device, which is like a smartphone, you have access to all the electronics instruments in your bag anywhere you want to. This is going to be very important for manufacturing sector, for India to become manufacturing hub. The third practice that we are doing, probably many others are also doing, is that our PhD program is not in any department or school. It is only under the School of Interdisciplinary Studies and Research. So that means the research can be free of barriers. There's no disciplinary barriers in there. And we also make faculty members sit in mixed ways. So it's not that management faculty are sitting at one place and computer science another place, design third place. They're all mixed together for have more informal interaction, because most of the good research ideas come out of such interaction. To promote this, we also have what I call Chintan room, which is a meeting room which has no formal furniture. There's beanbag, coffee, and so on. So basically, you want to interact with your colleagues across disciplines in an informal way, and that's where most of the good ideas come, not in formal meetings. So these are the three best practices that I'd like to share. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. I think use of technology is very, very crucial when we move ahead with implementing such things. And of course, with your innovativeness, you are leading those things as such. Next.
Sandeep sir, I want to interrupt. Sandeep sir, I want to interrupt. Once I visited D.Y. Patil International University, and I'm really amazed to see many of the innovation, what he done in his university. And especially he has tried to implement all the Vision 2037 document he created, and many of the innovation which you will hardly find in any of the university, he has taken that. So hats off to him for many of the innovations. Now we can call upon.
I would like to take this opportunity, Ravish.
Yes.
I would like to take this opportunity to invite all of them to my university, just like you have come. But Sandeep has also not come, so I'll take this opportunity to invite all of you to my university. And because Ravi said in appreciating this, thank you so much. Sorry, please go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Sandeep sir, we can call upon Dr. Ananya Mukherjee, ma'am.
Yes. I was just going to say that, so let's move on. Let's hear from Dr. Ananya Mukherjee, Vice Chancellor, Shiv Nadar University.
Thank you so much. Very
good
happy
to see you for the first time, ma'am, joining us at the CEGR platform.
Thank you. Very, very happy to join you and be in this wonderful company. I'm definitely coming to D.Y. Patil University to see. But likewise, you're also all invited to our campus. So I will start with where my previous speaker left off around the question of interdisciplinarity and multidisciplinarity, which is a big piece in the new education policy. And it was always a very big piece of this university, coming directly from the vision of Mr. Shiv Nadar himself, who said that as an engineering student, I wanted to take courses in physics and literature and poetry, but I didn't find a way to do it. So our curriculum is organized in a way that we have a common core curriculum, which all students, every student takes. And in that core curriculum, we have several areas that we cover, but environment is one of them. So every student takes a course in sustainability and environment. And then the student takes its major credits. And then there are some electives which are university-wide electives. So even if I'm a student in history, I can take potentially elective in engineering. which means that the professor and vice versa, which means that our professors in engineering or history have to teach these courses in a way that is accessible to all students. And initially it wasn't clear how we would do it, but professors themselves are so keen to communicate their disciplinary expertise to a broader community that it works very well. And what we do through this multidisciplinary approach is our curriculum also then becomes outcome based. There's a lot of discussion on outcome based. So we prepare our students on 3 sets of outcomes. The first one is around research and innovation, where any combination of courses they take, they will develop some expertise in research and innovation. The second area of outcome is value, ethics, and leadership. So there's always content which will prepare students in value, ethics, and leadership. And the third set is design, skills, and entrepreneurship. As many of you know, we have one of the Atal incubation centers on our campus, and we are trying to put entrepreneurship as part of mandatory courses in some of our undergraduate programs. We know that not every student is going to develop an idea that goes to the market, but we would like what the program does is puts them in small groups and then makes them think about an idea and how it can be brought to the product stage and actually really simulate the whole process of setting up a startup. And some are very successful, some are not that successful. So with this multidisciplinary approach where every student has to take a core common curriculum and any combination of courses that any students take, there are these 3 sets of competencies, outcomes that they develop. This is where we are seeing, the reflection of all of this we are seeing in students who are going on to do wonderful things. I mean, there's of course the kind of jobs they get in big companies, that is one, but we're also seeing that our students in undergraduate 4-year degrees are getting admitted directly into PhD programs in world's top universities. And increasingly, we are also seeing that students are getting into, discovery, the thinking in terms of breakthroughs and discoveries, because they feel very empowered in when they have a good academic infrastructure. So this multidisciplinarity and outcome based, this is where we are focusing a lot. And we think this is one of our best practices I would like to share with all of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. I think you're doing what the top universities in the West are doing. My son is just doing a summer college at Harvard, and they actually ask the students to take courses where they're not comfortable with. They should not be taking the ones which they every time take. And entrepreneurship is so important. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. But as you rightly said, developing that entrepreneurial mindset in everyone is very, very important.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing those views. May I now call upon Professor Nitin Rane, Vice Chancellor, Avantika University, to share his views. Dr. Rane?
Yeah. Thank you. Firstly, let me thanks to CEGR for providing this opportunity to interact with the all respectable Vice Chancellor and academicians all across the nation. Let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Nitin Rane, Vice Chancellor, Avantika University. Avantika University is the part of MIT Group of Institutions, Pune. We have been established in the year 2017 in the state of Madhya Pradesh. So let me start with the best practices of the university, what we are offering over here. Currently in the university, we are offering the programs in the field of design, Bachelor of Design, Master of Design, and PhD in Design. Then in the field of engineering as well, BTech, MTech, and PhD. And in the field of management, BBA, MBA, and PhD. So the best practice of the university, I would say, here what we have done, we have make the merging of design and engineering, which we call designering. Basically, the best practices of the designing that's been implemented into engineering, and the best practices of engineering, the technology part that we have implemented into designing. That's what we call this as the designering. So what we believe, excellence is not an objective basically, it's a way of life at Avantika. So here at Avantika, we believe in the philosophy, create, change, and transform. So here with the freedom of thinking in our activities, unique teaching pedagogy, which is project-based learning. So we believe in disrupting the conventional pattern of education by having more emphasis on skill and knowledge. So let me start with the best practice which we are having, starting from the project-based learning model. Rooted in an ancient times, Ujjain has been the seat of education, wherein Lord Krishna himself studied at Sage Sandipani Ashram. So even those times also, project-based learning was given emphasis since skills were of prime importance, and Lord Krishna studied 14 skills and 64 art forms defective of the complete knowledge. So on the same idea, what we have done here in Avantika, we have implemented the concept of project-based learning, right? So what we have done, our model of project-based learning, which is the need of the students are evaluated on the basis of continuous evaluation, which is 80%, and end jury examination, which is of 20%. If we talks about the national education policy, which is also emphasizing on the skill-based and project-based learning, which we are implementing at Avantika right from 2017. Now, at Avantika University, the total 100% courses we are covering under the model of project-based learning, and student evaluation is also being done on skill and knowledge of them. A very well-known quote by Benjamin Franklin, I would like to quote over here. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. And involve me and I learn. So on the same line, we are implementing the concept of project-based learning. So in order to strengthen the concept of project-based learning, we have introduced the concept of experiential learning also. So for that, we have framed the platform which we call Samagati. In this, what we used to do, we take the students to the unique places nearby to Ujjain and Indore, and they learn by seeing. Many of the intellectuals were invited on the campus to interact with the students. So what will happen because of this? Many of our ideas, the experts which are coming to the campus and to the Samagati platform, students are being learned through this concept of experiential learning. Then one more unique feature of Avantika University, I would say, student-driven industry connect. We are having a best practice as such. We are inviting the industry expert on every Friday to the campus, Ujjain being the remote location. So it's really difficult and challenging. So we are inviting industry expert on every Friday to the campus, and it is mandatory, like all students of the university should attend the session of the industry expert. So all the above, I would say, we are emphasizing on our mantra, create, change, and transform, wherein through hands-on training, the students learn to create. Through experiential learning and exposure to outside world, they learn to change and transform themselves as well as their life for the betterment of the society. The project-based learning model, Samagati, iConnect, as well as collaborations have been the instrumental in the success of our students. We are making sure they should get 100% internship in the industry. Also, they should get project in the industry, which will help them for their better placement. Now here, I would like to add our best practices in terms of technology, collaboration, and the kind of teaching pattern we are implementing over here. We have crashed the traditional teaching pattern. We came up with the block study teaching pattern over here. So all you are aware about the block study pattern. So we are getting good advantage of block study pattern. And here at Avantika, we are very much proactive in technology incorporation and upgradation in all its operation. External relation office, which is taking care of the collaborations, has been set up from the collaborations perspective. I would like to say on technology front, we are implementing the LMS Canvas. Then student information system is Classic 365, which is having the integration with Canvas. Then we have automated all our human resources operation through Zoho People. We are also having like the payroll and all those things through Zoho Payroll. All our we have scrapped the email and all those things from our internal communication. We are implementing our internal communication through the Slack app, which is very useful for the confidential information. Then also for admission and lead management, we are having the in-house developed software, which we call My Avantika. And for accounting and all those, the tally and all those things we are using. But for library, Koha and Nimbus are giving good results. Students are getting attracted because of the digitalization of these library facilities. For alumni, we are utilizing WOW as a platform, and for placement, Superseed. So that's what incorporation of technology along with our traditional and conventional teaching tools is giving us the good effect in engagement of the students at a remote location like Ujjain also. So here with this, I would like to thanks the organizer for giving me the platform to share the best practices of the Avantika. Thank you all of you.
Thank you very much, sir. You put in a very nice word, designeering. And of course, the use of technology seems very evident from all the best practices which you are putting in. Next, I will call upon another member of CEGR, Professor B.S. Satyanarayana, Vice Chancellor of GD Goenka University, to please share his best practice. I know you will be having many, sir, but if you can just share the most important ones, sir.
He is associated with CEGR since 6 to 7 years back, sir.
Yes, yes. Sir, you are muted, sir.
Thanks for having me here, Mr. Ravish. And it's always a pleasure to be here because it's wonderful to learn from all the experts. And so I now would like to share some of our best practice as he meant. The key point, the university has clearly identified that to move towards, all the experts who have spoken already have spoken about experiential learning. So obviously I will also talk about experiential learning, but the first key process that we think is critical for delivering whatever education is to make as much as we call it student centric. We have created a process where everything is faculty centric. First and foremost, ensure that whatever we do, how do we facilitate a faculty, whether they are setting up a lab, whether they are delivering a course, whether they are doing assignment. We are saying we are moving towards a faculty centric academic process, which also enables the faculty to deliver outcomes. And in that outcome, enabling the student is part of the faculty's responsibility, but it is not that it's just a student outcome. And also everything is linked with the vision of the university and the mission of the university, not just to some pedagogy or a taxonomy. So as all have mentioned, we have clearly said in our vision that we would like to enable our learners to gain knowledge and also experiential learning, so that whatever they do leads to research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and sustainable development, with becoming responsible societal leaders. This is the vision. I'm sure everybody says it, but now we have put whole of this as a teacher-centric process, where every activity is so designed that whenever a teacher delivers a class, it enables the teacher also with outcome. So as we mentioned, we are doing a multidisciplinary project-based learning to enable research, innovation on employability and sustainability. And in every class, the teacher will also get an outcome in terms of linking research and teaching, because a university's fundamental process is knowledge creation, comprehension, and dissemination. So we start with the very first class, foundation and application to future, and then link assignments with research methodology, so that the project-based activity, it leads to outcomes. So what has happened is, for example, a simple interdisciplinary project last semester led to, 95 student-based projects. And this 95 student-based project contest was also created, and a book was published with Bloomberg on research, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And also, some of the best papers will come in a good Scopus journal with better peer review. So therefore, what is happening is not just the teacher enabled, the student, but even the teacher. And the other thing is also making sure skill and knowledge linked competence building, again for research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and employability. And just with these two core principles, that everything that we do is a multidisciplinary experiential learning leading to research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and of course employability with sustainability as a focus, we have already been able to get ideas for project, or this is used to set up labs for the next new emerging activity, and publications, patents. Everything is happening simultaneously, not just as a separate research. So link experiential learning with outcomes. And so the teacher, in a way they do the teaching and the learning process, every time they teach in the class itself, it's now 2-hour classes rather than 1-hour class, so that they could deliver a content is already on the web. And then also they do simultaneously an assessment and blended learning process of and there they do formative assessment to make sure learning is happening then and there. So in our academic program, any course with 1 or 2 credit is only formative assessment, and all programs with 3 to 4 credits or 5 credit has 50% formative assessment, 50% summative. Even that is divided into 2 portions. First 20% is the midterm foundation summative, so that basics are done and they are even repeated again. And the end semester's second summative exam at the end of the term is the holistic overview, application based summative. And the student in principle can pass just by doing the 50% continuous formative assessment and one of the 2 summatives. And if you have to get higher grade, they might have to do both the summative. So that we are saying as learner centric education, moving towards student passion to work more and learn then and there, as he's doing project-based activity every semester with a multidisciplinary approach. And that outcomes of every semester can lead to publication, patent, or ability to deliver consultancy to a local industry. So everything is now truly outcome centric for both the teacher and the faculty, student. And also if the students are interested in that activity, then they carry forward as they get again first year a skill certificate in general with multi-entry, multi-exit, for essentially to enhance overall communication. All students across the university will get a skill certification on digital multimedia, journalism, and communication. Second year, their skill certification with the project activity will be linked to the domain specific skill certification. And so we have built a whole process of, as I said, outcome based education, where student, teachers, everybody gets outcome in every semester teaching, and in each semester the assignments are project-based activity and not some cut, paste, copy, repeat assignment, and teachers sit in a group and assess them so that they don't have to waste time. Everybody learns together. They also understand from this. They have been able to look at sending joint project proposal because they know how they can understand. So I'll not take much of the time and stop here for the sheer lack of time by saying that we have leveraged NEP to bring in every aspect of NEP, and including language, local language study in the very first semester by making them create multimedia after the course in local language, English, and also oral communication content. And they do a project-based activity in the very first year, linking their course on the first semester in design thinking and the second semester on innovation, entrepreneurship, and sustainability. And these are linking to a project-based activity. So they get into a research mode or project-based activity with system thinking from the first year. And from the second year onwards, every program, they do multidisciplinary assignments, which again lead to, as I said, outcomes of a case study, survey activity, or a research publication, consultancy capability. And we see that thus we have truly enabled the teachers to also get outcome along with the teachers, and the students now get excited with the teachers' research because the assignments are planned looking at teachers. And we believe this is the best way moving forward, so that both the teacher and the student is enabled. And each year we have programs where industry is also linked, so the project also leads to industry linked outcomes. And I'll stop here and would be happy to share thoughts later, but I think truly NEP is giving us more opportunity to for ourselves think innovatively and move forward, enable our students and our faculty, and all of us have a win-win collaboration in the education centric, learning centric education of the new policy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I think, you have covered a very important point of making the faculty more empowered and making it faculty centric so that they can deliver the real good teaching learning. Next, I would like
sorry to interrupt Dr. Sandeep Pachpande, sir. And now we have few more Vice Chancellor who have joined the session. So we welcome Dr. Neelam Misra, Vice Chancellor, Krishna Medical University, Karad. So we welcome you, ma'am. Then we have Professor N. Nagaraju, Vice Chancellor of Gangadhar Meher University, Odisha. Then we have Professor H.B. Raghavendra, Vice Chancellor, CMR University, Bangalore. Then we have Professor Rajsekharan Pillai, a very renowned academician, former chairman of the UGC, and a renowned person, currently Vice Chancellor of Somaiya Vidya Vihar University, and he's also the president of CEGR, Maharashtra State Council, one of the national council member of the CEGR. So we welcome you, Rajsekharan Pillai, sir. Then we have a few more Vice Chancellors who have joined. So we welcome you all. Now I request Professor R.L. Raina, Vice Chancellor of Jaipur National University, Jaipur, and former Vice Chancellor of J.K. Lakshmipati University, to present his address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so very much, Ravish ji and Sandeep ji, for extending this special invitation to Jaipur National University. I'm really delighted to be a part of this wonderful conversation. Having heard Ananya, Prabhat ji, Nitin ji, Satyanarayan ji, and several other distinguished speakers, and eager to listen to the words of wisdom from another honorable Vice Chancellors. Couple of submissions. If one has to be in academics at pace with best of the best developments, the start has to be that we have to be in letter and spirit compliant to various regulatory frameworks, various requirements of various accrediting and recognition bodies. My submission is, we have a wonderful document before all of us, NEP 2020. We have UGC coming out with various guidelines from time to time, whether it is choice-based credit system or many other things. We have to align our academic activity mix insofar as NAC requirements are concerned. So whatever has been thus far said, whether it is a course from this school being opted by students of this school to ensure that there is option of various electives as open general electives, or discipline-specific electives, or employability enhancement courses, so on and so forth. That is now supposed to be in thing in our academics. If a university or an academic institution of higher order has to survive, so that has to be the in thing, right? Second, we have to be sensitizing our students to various other areas as an integral part. Having said that, we at JNU, Jaipur National University in Jaipur, which is just 16-year-old university, started its humble beginnings in 2007 from 2 schools offering 4 or 5 programs to begin with, has now taken the character of a fully grown, or I would say a fastest grown university, which operates its academic activity mix from 16 cutting edge schools, offering close to 100 plus programs. So the kinds of things that were suggested, being a multi-faculty and multidisciplinary university, those kinds of things have now got into our genes. So that is one thing I wanted to say. Coming back to the question of Ravi sir and Sandeep ji, share one best practice. The one best practice that I can share, though all my 16 schools have come out with 4 to 5 minimum best practices, but as the university's vice chancellor, if I could put before this August House, the essence of that is that we have at this university established 4 centers of excellence. The centers of excellence are Center for Communication and Critical Thinking, CCCT, Center for New Age Technologies, CNAT, Center for Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship, CIIE, and Center of Excellence in Sustainability. In addition to what they have to do to promote, nurture their own causes, they have been established to do certain things. They have their own agenda. Apart from what they are supposed to do to further their agenda, they have to come out with a set of courses which each and every student of the university has to undergo, which means if the Center of Communication and Critical Thinking is coming out with courses on communication, critical thinking, problem solving, decision making, team building, so it is implied that each and every student of the university, which is 6,000 in number, has compulsorily to undergo those kinds of courses because that is the requirement of the industry. So that is one. Second, similarly, if we look at Center for New Age Technology, apart from fulfilling its agenda, which is different, of course, it has to come out with a set of courses, maybe something related to AI, something related to machine learning, something related to IoT. When they come out with courses like this, it is imperative, it is implied that each and every student, be that student of history, political science, law, or agriculture, or medicine, he or she has to compulsorily undergo those kinds of courses because we want them to know what is the technology that is driving the workforce and work arena tomorrow. The third center which I wanted to share with you is Center for Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship. Apart from nurturing, grooming, producing entrepreneurs, right? You know what I mean to say. They also offer a course or two which has to be perforce opted and taken by students across the programs, across the schools. And the fourth center that I talked to you about is Center for Sustainability Development. Apart from addressing its research, consulting and training agenda, it has to come out with a course which has to be opted by each and every student so that we are able to create in the students the consciousness and awareness of what is the world of sustainability and how do we take care of issues and concerns related to sustainability. This, I thought, was one of the best practices to make sure that we at this university don't produce medicos with only medical knowledge, or engineers with engineering knowledge, or management graduates with management knowledge, or we produce, nurture, groom the talent which is integrated, which is holistic. They are there in the work field tomorrow, they can take decisions. They are aware of what sustainability is. They are aware of what entrepreneurship and innovation can be. They are aware of how to take decisions. So this is one such best practice. I thought, since it has worked wonders, I had done some small experiment of this kind of an approach in my previous university, looking at positive results of the students in getting not only placed, but doing wonderful experiments on their own with their ideas. So we have extended it at this university, and it is proving a successful experience. So I have heard all of you, and looking forward to hearing many of you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and share with this august body, wonderful galaxy of vice chancellors of the country, whatever small little thing that we are trying to do. There could be several things that I would share as best practice, but sufficient is for now to share what I have shared. Thank you so much, Sandeep ji, as well as Ravish ji, for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you so much, Rena sir. I think setting up those 4 centers of excellence, is a key learning and takeaway on how to make even sustainability and other important things. And you talked of the 21st century skills, which need to be taught into our curriculum. Thank you so much.
Sandeep sir, sorry to interrupt. May I call upon Professor N. Nagaraju, Vice Chancellor, Gangadhar Meher University, Odisha.
Thank you, Ravish ji. Thank you, Sandeep ji. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be in the galaxy of Vice Chancellors, and thanks CGS. Much as I want to speak on the topic, let me briefly introduce the university I represent as a Vice Chancellor. Am I audible, Roshan ji?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This university is named after a poet, Gangadhar Meher, Swabhiman Kavi, known as, who sees the world in enabling terms and nectar sweetness. The reason why our campus is named Amrut Vihar. He is roughly contemporary of the likes of Tagore, and shares the same cosmopolitan view which shaped the idea of emerging India and influenced the constitutional values that we all celebrate today. This is about the university that I represent. Apart from the outcome-based education, multidisciplinarity, and the flexibility, which are the result of NGP 2030, which we are following, and also a World Bank funded Center for Excellence in Geriatrics and Gerontology. Let me talk about one best practice our university is known for. Coming to the best practices in the university about, the best here I'm talking about, the best has come out of the best that the university has produced, and the best that has happened to the university with its origins in 1940s. And ever since, this university has been a huge part of educational aspirations and fulfillment of Sambalpur and Western Odisha. The university has done its best in imbuing students with ideals and deep awareness and good citizenship, services in their respective professions, and sense of gratitude or giving back. This is one I'm going to elaborate as one of the best practices of my institution. The large alumni base the university over the years have become its face, strength, and resource. We have been able to initiate a variety of developmental and academic activities with the help of our distinguished alumni. Complementing the base is a very singularly helpful project, I wouldn't hesitate to call it even inspiring, by the government of Odisha, that's called Mo College, Mo University Abhiyan Mission, led by a very young and dynamic chairman, by giving twice the amount as matching grant for a contribution by the alumni, making it 3-part sum. It has been able to inspire, activate, and transform many institutions, right from schools, colleges, and universities in the state of Odisha. Gangadhar Mehar University has been building asset after asset under this mission. A center of IT skills, which I think some of our colleagues were mentioning about the centers, which we are projecting as not just IT, but also including AI. E-Resource Center, campus greening are some of the examples the alumni has inspired. In fact, it is an ongoing story, our engagement with the alumni base. I would call it the best of the best practice. It reflects several things simultaneously: good citizenship, success and satisfaction in their profession, gratitude and giving back. An educational institution not just builds its assets and infrastructure, but achieves its core mission and objectives through this practice. I invite any of you or all of the Honorable Vice Chancellor and CGS to visit my campus whenever it's possible and see for themselves the basis or the accomplishments our alumni has done that. Apart from that, the flexibility and the Center for Excellence in Geriatrics and Gerontology, which we are trying to map the elderly people of this region along with the health issues. These are some of the other things the university is taking up right now. I would stop here and like my previous Vice Chancellor has said, look forward to listening to the others and maybe if possible some interaction. Thank you both of you, Sandeep ji and Ravish ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Nagaraju. I think it is very essential that as we teach students for the corporates, we have to teach them to be good, responsible citizens for the country. And I remember a quote which says that, educating youth without morals is creating a menace to the society. So thank you for taking the lead in that. Now, moving ahead, let me call upon Professor Jawahar Lal, Vice Chancellor University, Tilka Manji, Bhagalpur University, to share his views, and then we'll go to Dr. H.B. Raghavendra, sir.
Yes, good afternoon, Dr. Sandeep and Dr. Ravi Sarasanji, for giving me a chance to join on your platform on the second Vice Chancellor Conclave organized by CEGR. So far, Tilka Manji Bhagalpur University is concerned, I think that it is the most oldest and prestigious university of Bihar, which was known as the Oxford of Bihar. It was established in 1960, that means 43 years ago, and we have nearly 12 constituent colleges, 16 affiliated colleges, 14 B.Ed colleges, 4 research centers, 35 PG departments, and other vocational courses. So first of all, I want to inform all of you that we are providing education, traditional courses, as well as the vocational or the professional courses like MBA, MCA, biotechnology, BSc, BSc in library science, MSc library science, BBA, BCA. All these courses are running under vocational courses in addition to traditional courses, that means 35 postgraduate department. The special feature of this university, in addition to 35 postgraduate department, from this year we have introduced 3 courses in undergraduate level, that is Gandhian Thoughts and Ambedkar Thoughts department, as well as the Angika course, because Bhagalpur, the language of Bhagalpur is Angika. So under national and NEP 2020, we are going to promote the local language or the regional language. So we have introduced Angika course also in undergraduate in addition to postgraduate level. As you know that for the first time in the state of Bihar, the Honorable Chancellor has introduced 4-year degree course, the 4-year degree course on the basis of National Education Policy 2020, and all the university, 14 traditional university of Bihar have started the admission from 1st June, and this will be closed and by 5 July, and we will start the courses thereafter. The date of examination, the date of admission, the date of starting the classes will be same in all the university of Bihar. So far the number of students is concerned, and there are 45 to, no, sorry, there are 60,000 seats at undergraduate level in this university, and at postgraduate level 2,500 seats are here. So far the research is concerned, actually, particularly in science department, postgraduate science department, and like zoology, botany and physics, and they are doing better not only on the national level but also on international level. So far PG department of zoology is concerned, there was a professor J.S. Datta Munshi who has conducted the research on bony fish gill, and the work was done on USA and UK and Japan universities as well as France. And so far the botany department is concerned, Professor K.S. Belgrami sir, which is the known figure, international figure, and who have started very valuable research in the botany department. And presently, the botany department has got a fund from the state government for tissue lab on bamboo. And Professor A.K. Chaudhary, who is also known as the Bamboo Man of Bihar, has developed a very good research. In physics department, the teachers are doing research on alloys as well as the artificial intelligence. So all these departments are very glorious department at doing a brilliant job, particularly in research in addition to teaching. Work. And so far the MOU is concerned, I think some of the Vice Chancellor met at Meghalaya, and also we have done MOU with University of Science and Technology Meghalaya, as well as just the one of the representative Barendra University, Bangladesh. She has represented before me and put a proposal for MOU with Barendra University, Bangladesh. And the triple IT Bhagalpur is here, and we are also going to complete the MOU with triple IT and the Tilkamaji Bhagalpur University, as well as with the agriculture, Bihar Agriculture University, Sabor. So these are the main thing of our university, and we have introduced a very different type of things, particularly innovative, we can say, that is the birthday plant bank we have introduced, and for by the initiative of the Honorable Chancellor, Har Parisar, Hara Parisar. That means there was a university of the Chancellor come governor that every campus should be green. And for this, we have introduced the birthday plant bank scheme, in which on a birthday of every teachers, non-teaching staff, as well as the students, and they donate a plant in the campus, in their departments, and by this, and we have large number of plants, and we are going to green the campus. So this is the thing. The second thing, we have recently started a review meeting every day for half an hour before commencement of work of the university, as well as the colleges, and just to distribute the work of the officials of the university as well as the principal, and next day we get feedback from them, and we have got very good response, and the work is going on very fastly. the main challenges for the university is technology. So I think among all of you, there are so many universities in India at every places we are doing well, particularly in technology, in which the traditional university is not is we can say is backward. So that's why we would like to I would like to help and take help from all of you, particularly in technology, so that our university will also grow. Or recently, we have also introduced the sericulture, Department of Sericulture and Research, because you must know that Bhagalpur University is known as the resom industry, and that means which was this? Silk. This silk is very popular here, so that's why we have introduced the 3 years degree course in sericulture and 4.5 year course and for physiotherapy as well as yoga, and we are likely to start disaster management course also here. So on there is all these brief about our university, and I would like to request Ravish ji to just share and the views of all the Vice Chancellor and send it on the mails so that we have the record of today's discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your green initiative and focus on the regional languages. Yes, your suggestion is good, sir. We will ensure that we are compiling all what the speakers have said today, and we'll try to make a compilation and share it as well as give it to the policy holders as well.
Okay,
As Sandeep sir, we want to add one more submission to Jawahar sir. You are one of the leading Vice Chancellor of Bihar, and last year we have sent recommendation to AICT, and this year AICT has accepted this recommendation that they have come up with the built area instead of land. And yes, and what
the richest particularly in land. So
yes,
that's why we are going to MOU with Agriculture University.
sir,
Provide them land for research.
Sir, from our side, from on behalf of CEGR, this is a humble recommendations to you that if any undergraduate college, if anyone wants to open undergraduate college in Bihar, they need 5 acre land of 5 acre of land. That is very, very difficult to get a single piece of 5 acre land in Bihar.
Yes.
And when the population density is too high in Bihar, so why can't we consider to have the built up area for the undergraduate colleges instead of the 5 acre land? Because of that, maximum students from Baka and Bhagalpur are migrating to Pune and different states, Pune, Delhi, NCR, Bangalore. So let's think of having more and more undergraduate colleges in Bihar and Baka and Bhagalpur and that South Bihar areas.
Yes. Actually, the main cause of shifting the student from Bihar to other metropolitan cities is that we don't have the job opportunity for the students because the number of industries are very less in Bihar. That is the reason. And but actually the people are coming from different states of Bihar and different states of India for having for giving employment to our students.
Right.
Sir, higher education is itself a great job or opportunity provider. In Tamil Nadu, we have 1100 technical institutions, and in that technical institutions, we have 1,19,000 faculty jobs. And if you will combine with the non-academic job, it's more than 2 lakh. So let's think of opening the new colleges in Bihar also, sir.
Yes, I will try my best, and because you know that we have to run our universities according to the Bihar State Universities Act, as well as the directive of the state government, as well as the Governor House.
Yes,
right, sir.
Yes.
Sir, only thing what we request is all the members that if you can provide your inputs, then we can keep sending those recommendations to the policymakers, And CEGR now has reached a stage where they take a heed of it and, sometimes even accept those recommendations. Yeah, so I think let us move on to Professor H.B. Raghavendra, Vice Chancellor, CMR University.
Sandeep, are we running a bit late? Are we running a bit late? Because I was asked to speak at 2:30.
Ma'am, this session is from 2:30 till 3:30. It's for 1 hour.
Yeah, because I was told to come in at 2:30. I left a meeting to come there at 2:30.
Okay. Raghavendra sir is from the first session, ma'am.
I just request everybody should follow time limit 5 or 6 minutes that is given already.
Yeah, and just talk about one best practice.
Please mention the time limit to every person.
Neelam ma'am, everyone is following that, ma'am.
Actually, okay, thank you. I think, shall I start now?
Yes. Ravish, I am leaving because I have to join a meeting in the university today.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much to all.
So, thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak in this August gathering. So, at CMR University, we actually say about creating the future. So, accordingly, I would like to mention few initiatives and the good practices that we have in our university. I will just divide this for the purpose of speaking into 3 different groups. One is about the curricular. What are the initiatives that in the case of curriculum, delivery and other things, what we are doing. We have also, I think there are several speakers who mentioned about having a common core and a program core. We are also following the same thing, which will facilitate us in the common core. We are going to have the know yourself module to the design thinking module. All these things are being bundled and given to the students. And we are also going to have their e-portfolio created so that we understand which are the courses that can be offered to that students in common core, which will help us to make him a better student. Even though he is in some other program, he is going to have some of his choices during study, which will help him to learn few things better. The next thing is program core. Program core, we do have the design thinking, the critical thinking, so many other modules as suggested, as already indicated by the other speaker. But we do have some other things also here. We follow as far as possible the modular, and we trying to see that in our continuous internal assessment, this modularity will play a bigger role, and then the industry and international partnership will come into picture, and they will see the industry specialist will come and he will finish his module, evaluate students and go back. This particular thing is helping the university to see that the exposure would be in a better manner, and also the modularity will give a lot of advantages. The second one is about the research and innovation. We have created a separate center and directorate for research and innovation, and we do find a lot of startups going on. Of course, we are regular participant in all these government platform, the competitions and also the innovation features. But our research and innovation center has got a full-time cell, which will be called as strategy for research and innovation, and they do talk to students, getting into them and at regular intervals, and then trying to develop a culture in them so that they can participate in hackathons and other research innovation competitions, and it has yielded a very good practice. The third one is, I think one of the fellow speaker also mentioned about this faculty empowerment. Here we have a separate center called as the Professional Development Institute, which is developed to empower faculty. To empower faculty and to get the best out of them, we do have guidelines and the instruction plans supplied to each of the faculty, both on the common core and also the program core. This particular institute is a hallmark in itself. It has done a very good work in empowering our faculty and make them to understand the recent alignment of the university through the NEP and other processes. So these are the 2-3 things that we have embarked to create the future. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I think bringing in industry and empowering the faculty is extremely a key requirement for us to move ahead. Now, may I call upon Professor Madhulika Kaushik, Vice Chancellor Usha Martin University, to share her best practices.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Sandeep. I would just be talking about, since we were asked to talk about one best practice, I would like to confine to one best practice instead of talking about many initiatives. Mine is a very new university in comparison to the institution that we are talking about. We started our academic programs only in 2017. So it's a young university, but it's very high on aspirations. We are high on aspirations, which is why we are trying to do many things in the very beginning. The practice that I would like to talk about now that the NEP 2020 has come, everyone is talking about outcome-based education. But because the initial leadership of the university came from the world of open and distance learning, we were very used to outcome-based learning. So we started in 2017 July, and 2018 January, we started our practice of outcome-based education. As well as within that, in relation to the outcome-based education, we also took what is called comprehensive steps for building faculty capacity so that they can conduct outcome-based education. So I'll quickly outline what we do every year in May, because the semester starts in August, and every year in December, because the next semester starts in January. A note goes from a person no less than the Vice Chancellor saying that teachers need to prepare and present their course outlines. Now, this course outline, a template has been prepared in the university, where the course outline consists of clearly defined learning outcomes as per Bloom's taxonomy, number not exceeding 7 for a course, teaching learning methodology to be used for that particular course, assessment items to be utilized for that particular course, and the weightage for each. The continuous assessment in the university is 40% and the term end is 60%. So what are the tools that are going to be used for term end assessment and so on? And for continuous assessment, everything is taken care of. Then we also ask them to suggest all references that they will be using and any supplementary readings that are to be used for the course. Now, this format is submitted to the Pro Vice Chancellor or the Dean Academic now, and we go through each, correct and return it back if we think that the weightages are not properly planned and so on. Therefore, to build faculty capacity, we have been conducting right from the very beginning, and I'll admit that because I had worked in the Commonwealth of Learning Canada, where my main work was outcome-based education to Commonwealth universities, we took sessions, very, very rigorous sessions on developing learning outcomes, developing assessment tools, and allocating the weightages as per the learning outcome to each of these tools, identifying the elements of blended learning that will be used in a given course, what particular topic, what particular theme, what form of blended learning, whether it would be a flipped classroom or self or action-based learning or what, and therefore they have to indicate that in the course outline itself. And the last one would be identifying appropriate assessment tools. Now, once the cycle of a particular course is, once that semester is over, we have this practice of sitting down together and sharing experiences. So people then talk in terms of what worked, what did not work. A certain component did not give did not get appropriate student response, or certain kind of testing was not really very well taken. And therefore, we try to advise the faculty, if they want, they can have remedial action taken. I would also like to add here that because this world, we are now in that era where a lot of ubiquitously available open education resources under a Creative Commons license are available from the best of universities and under various platforms like edX and so on. We also trained faculty rigorously, and this training goes on every year because new faculty do join up, how to identify open education resources and how do you incorporate that in your teaching learning. The purpose is also to make the learner a lifelong learner. So if you put the learner on that path where he can actually find resources to solve his learning problems and find answers to his problems, it would be creating a self-directed learner all the time. So we do that very rigorously. And this has actually enabled us to develop, of course, once the program is over, the teachers are now capable of doing their own CO-PO mapping, and we can actually assess whether certain outcomes are only partially achieved and so on, and you go back onto the drawing table again. So this is a best practice that has helped us quite a lot. We started with total 8 faculty. Within 5 years, we are now 200 plus faculty, and most of them have been trained so well that they are now being invited by other institutions nearby to help them develop learning outcomes and use outcome-based learning. Thank you so much. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think OBN is the crust of the accreditation process, and following that and training the staff for the capacity building is absolutely a great step. Thank you for sharing these views. May I now call upon Professor Dr. N.J. Pawar, Vice Chancellor D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth Pune, to present his best practice, followed by the university.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen. And so good afternoon to all of you. I hope I am audible to all of you.
Yes, sir. You are, sir.
Yeah. See, I must first take the opportunity of thanking both Sandeep as well as Ravish for giving me an opportunity to speak on the CEGR forum. I would like to just share the screen before I start my discussion. Yeah, I hope the screen is audible to all of you. You can see the screen? Audio, right? Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, sir. We can see the screen, sir.
Yeah. Okay. See, I just wanted to give you a brief idea about what we are doing at Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth Pune, which is essentially a health science university. And rather than listing so many activities, I have just focused on one of the very important activities that Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth has created. Its brand name, which is Yashoda Advanced Human Milk Bank and Comprehensive Lactation Management Training and Research Center, which is being established and run by our pediatric department. And I must inform all of you and all the fellow vice chancellors that Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth is a health science university where more than 14 constituent institutes and colleges are under its ambit. One of them and most leading and biggest faculty is Medical College Hospital and Research Center. And under the Medical College Hospital and Research Center, we are running Yashoda Advanced Human Milk Bank. This is one of the most unique kind of concepts because it is necessary to understand that in India, nearly 0.76 million neonatal deaths occur per year. And it's a very big number. Similarly, in Maharashtra also, you can see there is a big number. Exclusive breastfeeding rate in India is 64%, remaining is left. The UN Sustainable Goals, if you really look at them, then to reduce neonatal mortality is one of the prime objectives of this particular goals. And therefore, we have established this particular human milk bank because mother's milk is considered as yellow nectar or liquid gold. And therefore, this is something which is a very important aspect that we are dealing with. WHO as well as UNICEF, they say that breastfeeding is not possible in certain kinds of sick newborns. And therefore, we need alternative methods of feeding them. And therefore, donor human milk bank is used to reduce these neonatal deaths. That is something which is very important aspect. It is with this objective that this bank is established. Through this bank, we have certain objectives that we fulfill. We provide safe donor human milk bank to the neonates. We also promote exclusive breastfeeding and human milk banking as one of the strategies for improving the neonatal survival. We also provide counseling services to the mothers as well as parents. We also increase continuously the awareness and emphasize upon this particular aspect through community initiatives. And we also train and develop the skills related to run these kinds of human milk banks. And we train our medical graduates in terms of looking at how to really get themselves skilled with respect to running this bank. And we share our experience with other academic institutions which are working in the health science sector. This milk bank was established in 2013 by our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Madam Dr. Bhagyasithai Patil, Madam. And it is one of the first in the private medical colleges and 12th in India. It is the only human milk bank in our area, particularly Pimpri-Chinchwad Municipal Corporation area, which is a big township. It is under the public-private partnership that we have established this. And therefore, there are some kind of funding that we have received also from the NGOs. That is something which we take care of. Then we have also got some funding from the Rotary Global Giant kind of grant under some international projects. And through this is actually established. This bank has got a lot of attention by the community, particularly because of its success in terms of serving the society in a great way. These are some of the pictures which give some idea as to how our faculty members, particularly from the pediatrics department, and also the graduates and postgraduates, they are participating in terms of this. We have also this particular activity appreciated by international kinds of visitors and those who come from different countries. We also have this bank which helps many ways, not only to the neonates and society as a whole, but as a result of these initiatives, we have been able to see that the neonatal mortality rate is reduced from 30%, which is average for India, to less than 5%. And therefore, this is something which is an achievement of this particular human milk bank. We have some of the pictures which give you an idea of how the setup is. So we have a reception counter here. This is how the entry is. Then we have processing area, also expression area, also cold storage. These are all kinds of facilities that we have created under this. We have certain kinds of norms which we have to follow as per the international guidelines as well as national guidelines. And these are the kind of equipment that we have already housed in the human milk bank. And then these guidelines which are issued by international and national bodies, they are all strictly followed in terms of screening criteria, in terms of rejecting criteria, in terms of what is the infrastructure that is needed, storage and dispensing, pasteurization, dignity and privacy. Every aspect, we are very sensible and sensitive about these aspects. This is the process which we have followed right from selection of donor mother to screening, to mother's milk collection, to lab testing, pasteurization, storage in deep freezer, doctor's requisition and dispensing. And that is how we take care of these aspects. So far, we have been able to give nearly annually 361 liters of this particular milk with 30 liters as monthly output. And we serve several different regions, which we will also give you an idea. But the total number of babies which received this particular milk, they are nearly 20,000. So 20,000 recipients, those which were needy, they have received this particular milk through the bank, and therefore that is the achievement by which we have reduced the neonatal mortality to less than 5%. This is how we are serving different regions of Maharashtra, right from Nasik to Kolhapur we are serving, and these needy NICs, particularly in this area, they approach us. We have a strictly defined protocols, and we have this particular milk, which is freely supplied to several different districts of the Western Maharashtra. And that is how we are contributing for the national cause, wherein the neonatal mortality rate is reduced by many times. And therefore, all of our colleagues, those who are dedicatedly doing this particular service to the society, they are felicitated at several different levels. This is the faculty member from Pediatric Department, Dr. Shailaja Mane. She is the person behind and brain behind running this particular activity under the leadership of our Pro-Chancellor, Madam Bhageshwari Rai Patil, Madam. And therefore, this has been a very highly successful. She has been felicitated in several different forums. And this is how the process goes on. I will not go into these technical details, but this is the process. We have an exclusive center which is devoted for this. And through this, how we are serving the society is also depicted through. See how popular this particular concept has become. Through Anganwadi Sevikas and parents, we are popularizing, sensitizing them, and making sure that the needy babies in the society, they are looked after properly through scientific methods and ways. And that is what we are trying to do it. These are some of the research articles also that we have, popular articles also we have published. And this is how media coverage also is given to this particular activity. We make sure that all these activities are popularized and propagated so that we can help other regions in terms of guiding them, in terms of reducing the neonatal mortality rate. And therefore, this is something which we are running as a best practice at Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth. And I'm sure that this message will also spread through this particular small presentation amongst all the Vice Chancellors and those who are engaged in the area of health sciences. They will be able to emulate this concept at their institute level. So this is what I just wanted to highlight to all of you, and hope that the message will spread across the globe, and we will also be able to guide them to the best of our capacity and to the best of our ability. We are open for this. So thank you very much for patient hearing, and we look forward for any kind of support, guidance that is needed in terms of the Human Milk Bank, as well as the reducing of the neonatal mortality rate. So this is specifically in the area of health sciences that we are doing. We have created special identity in this particular areas, and therefore hats off to our management as well as our faculty members, those who are constantly engaged in terms of reaching out to the society and finding out the needs of the society in the area of the health section. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. N.J. Pawar, sir. I think this is such an amazing thing which has been taken up by the university. And thank you for sharing this vital information with all of us.
Yeah.
Stop sharing the screen, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. May I now call upon Dr. Indra Mani, Vice Chancellor, Vasantrao Naik Marathwada Krishi Vidyapeeth, to share her views with us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So I'm Indramani Mishra, Vice Chancellor, BNMKB Parbhani. This is University, Agriculture University in Marathwada area of Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, we have 4 agricultural universities, and one means depending upon agroecological conditions, one in Parbhani, other in Akola, Vidarbha region, then Western Maharashtra, Rauri, and then in Konkan. So Maharashtra is a big state, and different agro-climatic conditions are there. We are in dryland area, having 750 mm annual rainfall, and most of the land, most of the area is dry land, and accordingly our research extension and teaching system is there. So we are basically, last year we celebrated our 50th year of establishment, but as such we are here in Parbhani from more than last 100 years, because first cotton research station was established in 1918. We are expert in cotton, in soybean, in millets, all different millets, and pulses, oilseed. So that is the major area. In fact, we are land grant based university, having around 10,000 acre of land with us, and specific practices which have asked, because we are agricultural university, So now new system, under new system, what we are practicing that we are having 5-month attachment of the agriculture student in villages, we call it Rave, and followed by 1 month industrial attachment, and then another 3-month experience learning module. So they have to, suppose tomorrow they want to become entrepreneur, so they can. So a very big program to develop students at as not only skill but entrepreneurial acumen, so that they tomorrow they should become not only employee but employer. And recently we established a common incubation center also. That means that common incubation center will facilitate incubatees all different kind of skills. And this one what we have established recently is for one district, one product. We have Zagri is an important area. So Zagri is one, then spices, and we are including even sugarcane juice. So in these area, and later on we'll expand it that and in this any entrepreneur, not only our student, but anyone who is interested to make career in entrepreneurship, want to go for a startup, they can basically join us and can take a skill. So in new education policy, all you know that these things are very, very, very important. Then recently, our emphasis is on AIG model, what we call it, academia, industry, and government. So working together. So in this, in last few years, we have basically, we are getting industry on our campus. Like there is a good big company, Tape, they are spending around 5 CR and establishing a Maharashtra Mechanization Center come J Farm on our campus. So earlier students used to go to the industry, now industry is coming to our campus. So skilling and all those things will become, a very, very effective practice. There is not be simply going and completing a 1 month, 2 month training, rather than really imbibing the knowledge, practicing it, and clearing all doubts and hands-on practice, so that they could become tomorrow's youth with a kind of entrepreneurship and their own business system. Then we are connecting students to international universities. So we are trying to make a kind of global university, and in agriculture, what we are planning, that what our motto is, grassroots to global. So I like think globally, act locally. That is the concept. That's why starting from Rave means student is working in village 5 months, but he is going to have 2 month training somewhere in IIT Bangkok or US University or Spain or Japan are there. So 26 students recently be sent. Recently means just last year, sent to different international institutions for skilling, training, and exposure. This year also we are saying, and similarly faculty also be sent to be sent abroad, because faculty, teacher-centric education system, what new education policy says, that teacher is not good, faculty and facility, both are important. Another thing, so what we are trying to have is sharing resources and researchers. That is the call given by the nation, that anything which is available in, because we are a big university spread over 8 districts. So any good thing is available, in Latur College or in any other college, that can be used by, or in Parvani, that can be used by others. Similarly, not only in intra-university, but inter-university, inter-organization also, like CSIR and ICAR. So we are sending our students, to MOU, sending to use facility at top institution of the country, like IARI, like say in CPET Ludhiana, like in sugarcane. So those kind of association are keeping the country as and all lives as one, and use that, because it's not necessary. Owning is not important in today's world. Using is important. Even if you are owning and not using, that is wastage. So that is that with that philosophy, and it's not necessary that you should own everything. So this is one. And future agriculture is engineering agriculture. Keeping this motto in front, we are working on digital agriculture. Like we have now a fleet of 5 drones in our university, and we are going to start, we are going to give our own service to the farmers. Because nowadays preaching is more, doing is less. What we are believing, doing should be more, preaching should be less. You demonstrate and then ask people to follow, rather than just keep on telling. Like people talk about robot. So we thought that giving lecture about robot is one aspect. Getting robot, opening it to farmers, opening it to youth, opening it to the nursery goers is another one. So we got to top technology from Japan, and this we tried to Indianize it, and then we have opened it to our nursery goers and farmers. Being a farm university, this is important for us, and we believe that farmers and students, we have 2 clients, not in, like general universities, they are student is the only client. For us, farmer is also a very important client, and we consider in our university Shetkari Devo Bhav. On that concept we are working. So extension aspect is very well. So in digital technology, and that all digital technologies we are showing and demonstrating to a student all kind of new things. We have a center in the university called NHAP, National Higher Education Program, and under that everything is being given.
Yeah.
Certain things which are very important, that we had a big land, and there were, due to some reasons, that land was not used in the last 4 months. Like we developed that land, and 1,500-acre land which was not under cultivation. I joined 11 months ago, so we have brought it into, and promises that every piece of land should be in economical use. That is the motto of the university. And water conservation, energy conservation, these are the important things. So our aim is we have now till now we have 9 CR, means 90 million liter water is means this farm pond facility, and that we want to take it to rather 15 CR liter. And my personal vision and motto is that let us say no and use only rain harvested water, and wherever it is possible, because already we have caused a lot of damage. Here also as a university, I told my colleagues that let us demonstrate. So now we have a big facility, and let me tell you these things, there is a lead of integration. Many institutions, agencies, actors, factors are there who are doing the thing, but we are trying to connect them together. Like this. Hello? Am I audible?
Yeah, so thank you, sir. I think you have shared a lot of things.
I will just conclude it in 1 minute, and that's what I said, that forest, water conservation, bringing area into forest, medicinal plant, 1,000 acre we are bringing into medicinal plantation, because COVID has taught us that it's not only allopathic medicine, medicinal plant and Ayurvedic medicines are very important. So we are going to that, and we connect to farmers also. So a multiple approach, particularly to raise the happiness of farmers and students. That is our motto. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. I think, yes, everyone has a lot of things to share, but may I please request everyone to just share one of the best practices, or 2 at the most, and keep it down to 5 to 6 minutes, so that we get all the speakers enough time to complete their views. May I now call upon another regular member of CEGR, Professor Vikas Singh, Vice Chancellor of Gita University, to please present his best practice. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sandeep ji and Ravish ji for inviting me to this forum. And this is another, great initiative of Ravish ji and CEGR team that we are sharing our best practices. So learning from each other. Last year, the conclave, which was basically on MOUs, was again very fruitful. So thanks for all these lovely initiatives, Sandeep sir and Ravish ji. I am heading a very young university. Like we just completed our first year of academics in March 2022. The university got established. I am heading the youngest university of Haryana by the name of Gita University. So because we were lean, we were thin, we were young, so we could look at some of the best practices which are around, and we could imbibe those right from the beginning. So there are good number of practices, but I'll be sharing one because just a while back Sandeep ji has also once again insisted. So I'll be sharing one practice which we consider as one of the best practice at my university, which is Earn While You Learn program, which is primarily based on skilling education. We are offering open electives. We are using the CBCS system of UGC, a choice-based credit system. So we are offering core papers, core electives. We are offering open electives which are open to all the students of all the programs. But all those open electives are basically independent programs. Like in one semester, a student can choose one course from forensic department. Another semester, the student of engineering can choose one from, say, pharmacy department. So that's independent of each other. So that's open elective. Now, but what we have done in the Earn While You Learn program, we have offered them baskets, or these are layered baskets. So every student of Gita University, irrespective of the program which they are pursuing, we are offering them three baskets or skill baskets, right from the beginning, right from the day one. The first one was digital marketing. The second was data visualization. And third was entrepreneurship and family business. So every student of university has to, enroll in one of these baskets. So let's say somebody chooses the basket of digital marketing. So it's a layered program, whether the program is of 3-year duration, UG program, 3-year duration or 4-year duration. Every semester they are doing one course and they are gradually building their skills in that particular direction. Like, for example, let's say they have taken digital marketing as the basket. So in the second semester, it starts from the second semester, not from the first semester. The vocational basket starts from second semester. So in the second semester, they are offered a course which is graphic designing and video editing. Now, once they finish this course, they have certain skill sets, and then we insist that every student should create their profile on freelance.com, upwork.com, linkedin.com. The purpose is that they can showcase what they are doing. In the next semester, then after doing this course on graphic designing and video editing, they are doing the next course on website development. So what happens? And then again, because a student can be from language also, a student can be from pharmacy also, a student can be from forensics also, engineering also. So we are not harping on, we are not focusing on the, I would say, coding part. We are teaching them those tools which are not requiring coding as such. So we are training them at Canva, we are training them at Premiere Pro, we are training them at WordPress, those kind of softwares, or those kind of platforms where coding is essentially not required. So student of every program can be skilled, can be trained in that direction. So in the second semester, in the next semester, they would learn how to develop a website. In the next semester, then we are taking them to the next module, which is basically on how to use money and create leads. So it will be Google AdWords, email marketing, all those digital marketing tools are taught to them. In the next semester, so it's layered basket. Every semester they are building on their skills. The purpose is earn while you learn. What we are saying here is that every student should showcase their skills and should be in a position to earn some money using those wide freelancing platforms which are available. If student is choosing, say, the second basket, which is data visualization. So in the first semester, we are taking the course on Excel, Excel, and it's on Google Sheets. in the next semester, they are going to learn advanced Excel, which will be covering pivot tables, which will be covering how to create macros, lookups, and all those, advanced skills of Excel. So again, in the next semester, they are going to have Power BI and Tableau programming. In the next, they would be using, Python programming and data sciences. But this, because it's a 4-year program, BTech, so this Python is especially kept in the, 7th semester, where only the engineering students will be, learning how to use Python basically. All other, I would say, programs, which are 3-year duration programs right now, they will be completing their entire learning in the data visualization when they finish with Power BI and Tableau. If you take the third, basket, again, there is a layered basket. We start from the innovation part, then we discuss how to incubate, what is the minimum viability product. All that is discussed, step by step. And by the time they finish the particular basket, the chosen basket, they have a capstone project ready with them. And that capstone project is across all the semesters. So at the end of the degree, there is, fixed credits, which is based on this, I would say, capstone project, which is based on their chosen skill set or the vocational basket. So the purpose here is that, what Government of India is saying, what Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is saying, that, skilling is very essential. So our focus is on skilling students and ensuring that by the time they finish their, graduation program, they must have some skill set ready with them where, they can earn while they are learning during the program. So thank you so much, Sandeep ji, for providing me this opportunity. Thank you, Ravish ji. I'm happy to share one best practice that we are following at Geeta University. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. I think, yes, preparing them for the jobs while they're studying itself and making them understand the value of money is an absolutely amazing thing to be doing. May I now call upon Professor V.K. Jain, Vice Chancellor of CEGR University, Bhopal, to present their best practice.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, I'm sorry for joining late. Actually, I was engaged in a very important meeting called by Honorable Chancellor, sir. So it's good to see all of you here and joining the Vice Chancellor's conclave. And I was listening to various Vice Chancellors, and they have been sharing their unique practices or the best practice of their organization or the university. So I also would like to share a few of the unique practices which we are having here. The important point is here at CEGR University, Bhopal, we have implemented national education policy in a true sense. I mean, whatever programs we were having of 3 years duration, so now all the programs have been converted into 4 years of duration. So we would be offering honors degree as well as research degree. And the important aspect which we have included in our NEP 2020 implementation, we have designed ordinance which is based on UGC guidelines as well as the state government guidelines. And that ordinance has been passed by the state of Madhya Pradesh. And here in NEP, we have included 3 specializations. Any student studying in any program, student has to take one major specialization, and in which the student has to study 48 credits. Minor specialization, student has to study 24 credits. And third one is the interdisciplinary minor specialization. A student has to study 16 credits. Let me elaborate. Say a student has taken admission in a BBA program, and a student decides to go for HR as a major specialization. So HR related subjects, they have to study 48 credits. Say he decides to go for minor as a digital marketing, 24 credits. And say he selects interdisciplinary minor specialization as dance or music or theater or whatever. So we have offered a bunch of 21 interdisciplinary minor specializations. Student can select any one of them. So this we are going to implement from 23-24. The second unique practice which we are having is the student progression index. We are maintaining student progression index. So in the beginning, when the student is admitted and during the time of induction program, we are evaluating the students on various parameters, like we are evaluating them on their personality aspects, their technical knowledge, their IT know-how, aptitude, etc. And every semester they are given a special type of training along with the academic trainings. And every semester we are calculating their index. So there is an academic component into it. There is an extracurricular component into it, co-curricular, sports and other things. And apart from it, the special training which we are giving, like in the first semester, we are giving them the training of communication skills. And then second semester, some other training like aptitude training, then logical reasoning and so on. So every semester, students' index is calculated. And at the end of the year, out of 500 marks, we are declaring top 3 students of the particular school or discipline and top 20 students of the university. And we are awarding them in a big function wherein around 2000 students are there. So that is a unique practice which we are following. Another practice is a faculty progression index. So at the time of recruitment of the faculty or any faculty who is serving here in our system, we evaluate them on every 30th of June and 31st of December. And the faculty is evaluated by the concerned dean. Then further it comes to Vice Chancellor. And they are evaluated majorly on 3 parameters. Academics is one parameter, R&D is another parameter, and professional and personal characteristics, that is the leadership skills, personality and all that, motivation level. So all those characteristics. So these 3 skills we are evaluating faculty at the end of every semester. Now, on that basis, we are giving them training. Say somebody is weak in, say, research and development. They are not able, they are a good teacher, but they are not able to publish any research paper. So a special training of 30 hours is given to them. And then after giving the training, they are again evaluated in mid of the semester by the concerned dean. And again at the end of the semester by the concerned dean. So every year, at the end of the year, we are calculating the index that where the faculty was, say in 2022-23, 1st of July, where was the faculty? Then at the end of the odd semester, where was he? And at the end of even semester, where was he? So this is definitely helping the faculty members in grooming themselves, growing their confidence level and a better performance. So apart from it, we have got one more practice, which is very, very rare. Our faculty members as well as HODs, deans, everybody is forming their vision and they are filling that vision plan every month. And they are evaluating themselves that what is the achievement level at the end of the month. So every month they are, evaluating the achievement of the previous month and planning the for the next month. And similarly, on the 1st of January every year, we do the vision plan for the complete year. So these are some of the unique practices apart from the routine one, which everyone follows in the academic system. So that is all from my side. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity and inviting me.
Thank you so much, Jain sir, for putting forward your views. I think continuous evaluation is definitely required. Yes, Ravish.
Pillai sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank
you.
you.
May I request Professor Rajshekaran Pillai sir, Vice Chancellor Somaiya Vidya Vihar University, to please share his best practice.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sandeep and Ravish from the CEGR. I am extremely glad that the CEGR, during the second Vice Chancellor's Conclave, we are sharing the best practices in our universities. I take this opportunity to congratulate the CEGR for this very unique initiatives of networking with the Vice Chancellors and universities and creating a forum for discussion of these things. I have been listening to all my colleague Vice Chancellors. I am extremely glad that in whatever possible way, our universities are trying to inculcate and also create best practices in the higher education system. We are, I will be very brief. We are an 81-year-old institution. Somaiya Vidyavihar is an 81-year-old institution, higher education institution. We are 64 years in higher education, 81 years in overall education. Our motto is knowledge, liberation through knowledge. That is, knowledge alone liberates. So we have two campuses in Bombay, the city of Mumbai, Somaiya Vidyavihar and Somaiya Ayur Vihar, two green campuses, 65 acres and over 100 acres. Our institutions, we are a university since 2019 only, but we have been a university level institution. Our colleges were accredited by NAC. They were autonomous colleges. So these were all functioning as university systems. Getting a university gave us a lot of additional opportunities. The opportunity of NEP 2020 coming along with the new university, that was also a real opportunity for us. Of course, we are also implementing almost all the things which were mentioned by earlier Vice Chancellors in our university. I am not going to give the details of those things. And we have over 30,000 students. We have all faculties. It's a multi-faculty university: humanities, social sciences, languages, literature, management, engineering, medicine, physiotherapy. All these things are in the campus. We have also school. We have research laboratories supported by our industries. So the Godavari Biorefineries Limited, bioethanol they are producing. We have a molecular development, drug molecule development laboratory, Sajjan R&D lab. So why I'm saying all these things is, these things becoming a university and the NEP gave us a lot of opportunities to network with these institutions which are organically linked with academic institutions. Maybe I will definitely stick to one or two very specific things which we as a university introduced during the last 4 years. We have created a robust research system in the university. Even if, of course, several of our departments were research departments, but we want to encourage bright young boys and girls directly coming to the university for doing full-time research. And we are providing DST level, Department of Science and Technology level fellowships to all these candidates in humanities, social sciences, language and literature, and their scholarship is around over 40,000 rupees per month plus 1 lakh contingent grant. This is for the bright young students who are opting for full-time research. They are called research and teaching associates, and they will be attached with a faculty member, and they will be doing PhD, and along with them, they are assisting the students. That is one thing which we are. And then as a university, we got the freedom to appoint teachers looking at qualifications and competitive salaries. We are providing the University Grants Commission scale of qualified teachers with maybe 10 to 20% more than that. And in the case of very bright teachers, we are providing competitive salary. Our management institution is one of the top management institutions in Maharashtra, in the country also, 45 NIRF ranking. Our engineering college are also top because 2023-24 admissions are going on. Our engineering college and management institution and all the other institutions completed the admissions for all the seats. For the management, for 700 seats, we are getting 14,000 applications at the national test level. For engineering, we have completed all the seats, 700 seats. We have even now 230 admissions are now extra and pending. If somebody is going, that is and we have not reduced the cutoff marks. So we look at quality at all levels in student admission and in our teaching appointments. After the university is formed, we ensure that only with PhD, postdoctoral research, and excellent publications, only they will be appointed as assistant professors in the university. We have, even before the UGC come with the provisions and guidelines for the professor of practice, we have around 30 professors of practice from the industry and social sector working in our institutions. We have also schemes for adjunct professors of eminence from institutions across the world, not across the country, across the world. Our unique thing is, we have a faculty of Dharma studies, which puts together Buddhism, Jainism, and Bharatiya Sanskriti and yoga together. They were even before the university was formed, but we have created an exclusive faculty for these studies. We have a Center for Civilizational Studies. For example, we started Kutch studies. Of course, we have some interest in studying the Kutch culture and all that, Kutch studies. Similarly, we have a great industry connect during the last year. Our industry connect is not just for placement or getting the syllabus only, jointly taught programs. Industry, academia, joint designed and joint taught programs. And we have 1 year of, for 3-year programs. Now we have 1 year of, total 1 year of internship, not only in India, across the world. And we have interacted with some of the foreign universities, and we are sending our students for capstone projects outside India. Recently, in the international conference, NAFSA conference, we presented this also. And then we have a great school connect. We have a good number of schools, not only we, but we connect with the school system in the country through the summer school programs, summer and winter school programs, for giving an orientation for students, school children, what a university is, why they should have higher education, maybe creating an awareness about the thing. Then we have started student satisfaction survey very significantly through technology. We have started student satisfaction survey, the major, minor, and sharing of courses with other disciplines. Academic, all our students are now in the academic bank of, it's over, in the academic bank of credits. And all our students, all the university students, they get free access, and faculty, they get free access to Coursera. And 99% of our students are availing the Coursera and these courses. Maybe there are some more things. We have a beautiful campus, sports infrastructure, cultural activities, Ramayana conference, in Maharashtra Culture Conference, several other activities as part of any other university. That's our tradition and culture. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. I think you are one of the leading universities, and thank you for sharing all those important best practices which you are following. We are privileged to have you on the CEGR panel.
Sandeep sir, just sorry to interrupt. We welcome we welcome all the panelists of the third session. Professor from top side, from top left side, we have Professor Bhuvnesh Sharma, Vice Chancellor of Maharshi Mahesh Yogi Vedic Vishwavidyalaya, Madhya Pradesh. We welcome you, sir. Then we have Professor GSR Krishnamurthy, Vice Chancellor of National Sanskrit University, Tamil Nadu. We welcome you, sir. Then we have Professor Rajsekharan Pillai, eminent academician, Vice Chancellor of Samaya Vidya Vihar University, and former chairman of UGC, and a great academician. We welcome you, sir. Then we have Professor Pradeep Kumar Nanda, Vice Chancellor of Shiksha Anusandhan University from Bhubaneswar. We welcome you, sir. This is the first time when we are listening to you at the CEGR platform. So we welcome you, sir. Then we have Dr. Mrs. Neelam Misra, Vice Chancellor of Krishna University, Karad. Then we have Professor Vinayak S. Deshpande, Vice Chancellor of GH Raisoni University, Maharashtra. Then we have Professor M. Krishnan, Vice Chancellor of Central University of Tamil Nadu. Then we have Professor KVS Sharma, Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra National Law University, Maharashtra. Then we have Professor S.N. Sridhar, Vice Chancellor of Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, Tamil Nadu. Then we have Professor Sandeep Misra, Vice Chancellor of NIMS University, Jaipur. So this is the introduction of the panel of the third session. So now over to you, Dr. Sandeep Pachpande, sir. We can call upon Professor Bhuvnesh Sharma, sir, Vice Chancellor of Mercy Mahesh Yogi Vedic Vishwavidyalaya. Over to you, Bhuvnesh, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all the dignitaries, all those who are joined. It is really a great joy, and I would like to thank first of all Dr. Ravish Roshanji and also Dr. Sandeepji and all the Vice Chancellors for giving me this opportunity. Actually, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi Vedic University is established at the geographical center point of India, because the geographical center point of any Vastu is called the Brahmisthan. And the idea of Maharishi Ji was that if we enliven the geographical center of the India, the whole India will be enlivened. And as the name suggests, being a Vedic university, actually we are enlivening Veda. That is the best practice of our university, that we are enlivening Veda in every student, in the consciousness of every student. Because the term Veda itself means knowledge. And knowledge is based on the consciousness. Actually, we are supplying the missing element in the field of education. So it is not only that I'm going to tell you about the best practice of our university, but I would like to invite all our dignitaries to actually inculcate this knowledge in their schedule also, in their programs also, because basically when we say knowledge, it has three parts: the knower, the process of knowing, and the object of knowledge. So at present, the modern education, they are talking only of the object of the knowledge without giving preference to the knowledge of the knower. You know, nowadays we have Indian International Yoga Day, but actually somehow this Yoga Day is also being performed more at the physical level. While Maharishi Ji established the centers of transcendental meditation, which enlivens the knowledge of the knower, which enlivens the consciousness, because consciousness is very basic. Like if a teacher is teaching in the class and the student is drowsy, he will not be able to receive all the knowledge. But if the consciousness is enlivened, then the knowledge will be received completely. Nowadays, we can say that we are following or fulfilling the objectives of national education policy. The objective of the national education policy says, even they say that the Constitution of India should be in the conscious awareness of the student. Now you see, if someone nowadays there is interdisciplinary study, one may study physics, chemistry, biology, how many subjects we can study. So there are infinite laws of nature. All the sciences, they are studying the laws of the nature. And someone may study some from physics, some for chemistry, some from different subjects, but one cannot master all the subjects. Our university is very special because we are developing the life of the student holistically. We are training them how to live life holistically. Besides their excellence in profession, in their specific profession, but they are also going to live life more healthy, more happy. As just now we were listening to many vice chancellors, they are talking of like skill development. In Bhagavad Gita, it says, Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam, means skill is developed if we are practicing yoga. But the yoga should be such that one should get established in the self. So not only we are giving the technique of transcendental meditation, enlivening the consciousness of the student, but also we are having a subject, Maharishi Vedic science. When we say Vedic science, if you ask some Pandit, he will say, yes, we have Aham Brahmasmi. We can say, I am the totality. But we have to really prove. How one can really prove that I am the totality? Nowadays, modern science has established a unified field. Unified field means that there are different fields, like electricity is there, magnetism is there. So they have electromagnetic equation. One equation can explain electricity and magnetism. Now, similarly, there are another fields like gravitation is there, nuclear forces are there. So what the scientists have done, they have combined all these fields and then they call it unified field. And unified field is the source of all the laws of nature. And somehow there is no any other machinery than the human nervous system. They say that the human nervous system is not even accessible to Devatas. It is the only human nervous system which can invocate the Devatas. So what we say is that we can go to that unified field, like we have iron filings, and we take the iron filings to near the magnet. Then they become orderly. Similarly, when we take our awareness to this transcendental level, the mind becomes orderly. And when mind becomes orderly, our thinking and action will automatically be orderly. So there is modern science, theories of modern science, clearly indicating that once individual is getting established in self, then one will be more orderly in behavior. Nowadays, we hear the news. So many news are coming, so many wars are going on, so many terrorism is there. But what is the solution? India only can lead the whole world by bringing this our own ancient traditional knowledge, in incorporating that in our for all our students. What will happen? It says ahimsa pratisthayam tat sannidho vairtyaga. In the vicinity of the yoga, there will be orderliness. The non-violence will be there. So this is that technology which can easily incorporate. Like they have, UGC have started Diksha. Diksha, it is induction program, and they call it Diksha. But what we want to say is the real Diksha is really teaching them how to experience their own self. So fortunately, from the most modern, it says Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande. Actually, Veda has 40 fields. 4 Vedas are there, 6 Vedangas there, and then Upangas are there, and Ithas, Puran, Smriti are there. So there are 40 aspects. And it has been now explained how from our own consciousness, how the whole Veda emerges, and from Veda the whole creation emerges. So we teach all these 40 aspects of Veda and Vedic literature, but basically simultaneously enliven the Veda, the consciousness within the consciousness of the individual. And it has been also shown like the whole Veda in human physiology, Veda and Vedic literature in human physiology. We say Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande. So as there is in the human body, the whole universe has emerged from the consciousness. So this is such a beautiful, the time is not there to explain all this scientific background of this great knowledge. My only wish is, because this is the simple, we call it supreme technology. Nowadays they have push button technology. We push a button and things happens. But in this you have not to push a button. You have just to sit 20 minutes eyes closed, and you have to practice meditation, and then your thinking will be accomplished. Jo ichha kariyo man mahi, Prabhu Pratap Kasudundam nahi. That is the Indian technology which we can easily access. And I always like to say, they say we have great infrastructure, we have so many computers. But basically, first of all, we should program the human cosmic computer. The human brain is the cosmic computer, and we should start our own, using our own knowledge. Then certainly our Honorable Prime Minister's wish that India has to lead the world will be very easily and very soon achieved. So thank you all. And actually, you can contact me and our university, and it will be our great joy. It is a very small program. We have big programs also, certificate and degree programs, but this is only a 5 days, 1.5 hour program, which every university can easily incorporate in their programs. So thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing those amazing things. I think, yes, when you talk of technology, we have to even think about inner engineering and look inwards as well, which is very important. And while we blindly follow the West, there is so much wealth of information in our own country, and our youth needs to be, passed on that particular knowledge. So moving on the same theme, let me move on to Professor GSR Krishnamurthy, sir, Vice Chancellor of National Sanskrit University, to present his best practice. Over to you, sir.
जी नमस्कार। मैं यहाँ तिरुपति में जो राष्ट्रीय संस्कृत विश्वविद्यालय है वहाँ के कुलपति हूँ। मैंने संस्कृत ऐसा लैंग्वेज है कि आज तो समाज में धीरे धीरे पीछे जा रहा है। उसको आगे बढ़ाने के लिए हमारा जो बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस में संस्कृत विकास केंद्र हमने स्थापित किया। उस संस्कृत विकास केंद्र के साथ मैंने कितने जो अपने वयस के अनुसार, उम्र के अनुसार हम इसका संस्कृत को आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं। इसके माध्यम से हम संस्कृत शिविर भी चला रहे हैं और संस्कृत शिविर चला के बाल केंद्रों का भी इसका हमने एस्टेब्लिश किया। और इसके साथ ही साथ जितना जो हमारा स्क्रिप्ट से मैंने लिपियां हैं, इन लिपियों का भी हमने आगे ले जा रहे हैं। इसके लिपि विकास परिषद भी हमने किया। और आजकल के जो युग में जो संस्कृत और विज्ञान का जो संबंध है, अभी अब अपने पूर्व वक्ता ने जो कहा है उसी के अनुसार हम संस्कृत साइंस एग्जीबिशन इसका भी हमने माने यहाँ प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं। सभी लोगों के पास उसको ले जाना चाहते हैं। और इसके बाद यागोपकरण भी, उसका भी एक गैलरी है और अल्फाबेट गैलरी है। और हमारे पास लैबोरेटरीज, 5 लैबोरेटरीज है। उसके तहत छात्रों को हमें DTP वगैरह करा करके जितने मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट्स है उनको आगे ले जाना चाहते हैं। और लिपि विकास में हमारा ग्रंथा लिपि हो और देवनागरी, नंदीनागरी, शारदा, ब्राह्मी, ये स्क्रिप्ट्स का भी एक गैलरी बना करके उनको जो हम शिक्षण दे रहे हैं उनको प्रैक्टिकल में हम हमारे पास जितने जो 5,00,000 जो मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट्स है उनको भी हम एडिट करने के लिए प्रयास कर रहे हैं। अभी तक हमने जो सभी छात्रों को एकत्रित करने के लिए ऑल इंडिया शास्त्रार्थ ट्रेनिंग कैंप, जो समरी में जो है शास्त्रार्थ कैसे होता था उसका भी हम ले जा रहे हैं। और ह्यूमन रिसोर्स डेवलपमेंट के लिए जितने जो अध्यापक आते हैं, इतने आते हैं हमारे जो केंद्र के साथ, मैंने सिंपल संस्कृत को जो भी उसका ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हैं। और इसके बाद संस्कृत सेलिब्रेशन भी अभी आगे चलाने जा रहे हैं। जैसे पत्रकार सम्मेलन, मैंने जितने सांस्कृतिक पत्रकार रहते हैं उनका भी सम्मेलन आगे संस्कृत सेलिब्रेशन के संदर्भ में हम ले जाएंगे। और अनुवाद का भी हमारा एक डिपार्टमेंट है, उस अनुवाद का भी स्किल्स आगे बढ़ाने जा रहे हैं। और हमारे जितने पुराने जो ग्रंथ है अभी न अनुपलब्ध है उसको भी हम प्रकाशित करने जा रहे हैं। और तीसरा जो है इसका जो पुराने ग्रंथों का देश भाषाओं में, पहले हिंदी और अंग्रेजी में भी उसका जो ट्रांसलेशन कर रहे हैं, अपने छात्र और शोध छात्र और अपने अध्यापकगण भी उसमें तत्पर हैं। और अभी जो वेदकालीन जनतंत्र स्थानानी एक किताब है उसको माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के पास हमने भेजा और उन्होंने कहा कि इसका अनुवाद करके फिर इसको आगे ले जाइए, हमारे IKS के लिए बहुत उपयोगी रहेगा, ऐसा सुझाव मिला है। और हमारा एक सेंटर है, IKS सेंटर है, भारतीय परंपरा का एक हमारा केंद्र भी है। उस केंद्र के माध्यम से गज शास्त्र और पाकशास्त्र, इन शास्त्रों का भी हम ट्रेनिंग दे करके एक उसके ऊपर हम भी एक सेमिनार वगैरह चलाते हैं। हमारे छात्र बड़े उपयुक्त माने योग्य है, माने इसका भी ट्रेनिंग देते हैं। और उसका जो जैसे कहते हैं पढ़ने के समय धन भी उनको मिल जाए, उसी का भी हम आगे जा रहे हैं उसके बारे में। और बुक पब्लिकेशंस, मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट्स, कलेक्शंस, इन सबों को किया। अभी संस्कृत एग्जीबिशन के बारे में मैंने 2000 में हमने एक संस्कृत एग्जीबिशन का जो हमने किया, माननीय मुरली मनोहर जोशी जी और हमारे पूर्व राष्ट्रपति अब्दुल कलाम और राममूर्ति, ऐसे साइंटिस्ट आकर के इसको आगे बढ़ाने के लिए बड़ा हमें प्रोत्साहन किया। उसको 40 विश्वविद्यालयों में हम जा करके, संस्कृत में सब कुछ है, ये कहना ये जो हमारा नहीं है वादा, लेकिन संस्कृत में जो है उसको आगे ले जाना है। इसी के बारे में जैसे माने फिजिक्स हो, बॉटनी हो और भी एकॉस्टिक्स हो, इन सबों को ले जाने के लिए हमने एक गैलरी बना दिया। उसका जो है कांस्टेंट माने हमारे पास अभी भी है, आप एक बार पधारेंगे तो आप सबको हम दिखा सकते हैं। अगर आप बुलाएंगे तो हम ले आकर के आप सभी विश्वविद्यालय में इसका प्रदर्शन भी कर सकते हैं। इसका एक टीम हमने बनाया। और उसके बाद जैसे अभी संस्कृत से हट गया और इसको जो है फिर ले जाने के लिए फिर जी माने फिल करने के लिए हम तो इसका भी कर रहे हैं। जैसे हमारे चित्रकार तो संस्कृत नहीं जानते, जो नृत्यकार है वो भी संस्कृत नहीं जानते, संगीतज्ञ भी, गायक भी वो भी संस्कृत नहीं जानते हैं। इनको फिर एकत्रित करने के लिए हमने एक बेड़ा उठाया है और अभी 12, 13, 14 दिना माने डेट्स में हमारा एक संस्कृति मंत्रालय के ओर से एक बड़ा सम्मेलन हो रहा है। इस तरह का नॉलेज क्रिएशन थ्रू रिसर्च वो भी है, और बाल केंद्र एंड विकास केंद्र ये दोनों है, और संस्कृत एंड शास्त्र फॉर सोसाइटी, इसके बारे में सोसाइटी में फिर शास्त्रों की उपयोगिता क्या है। अभी पाकशास्त्र के बारे में एक अपने IKS सेंटर से एक कोर्स कर रहे हैं, प्रमाण पत्र और सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स और डिप्लोमा कोर्सेस वो भी चला रहे हैं। हमारे छात्र बाहर जाकर के भी माने एक तरह से भाषण देने के लिए जो कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स है, हम हिंदी में, अंग्रेजी में और तेलुगु में, संस्कृत में, ये चारों जो है केंद्र बनाए। हर सप्ताह इसका जो है एक अधिवेशन होता है, उसमें जो अच्छे बोलते हैं उनका प्रोत्साहन के लिए कुछ प्राइजेस वगैरह देते हैं। इससे हमारा 2500 छात्र हैं, ये सभी जो है 22 राज्यों से यहाँ पढ़ रहे हैं। हमारा मीडियम ऑफ संस्कृत जो है मीडियम इज संस्कृत, उस संस्कृत से ही हम सभी बोलते हैं। हम अध्यापक भी उनकी भाषा में नहीं, हमारी संस्कृत भाषा में ही बोलते हैं, छात्र भी ऐसा बोलते हैं। एक तरह से ये जो यूनिक इंस्टीट्यूशन है, कभी भी आपको देखने का नहीं मिलेगा। मैंने शुरू से लेकर अंत तक उनका जो दीक्षा जैसे आप कर रहे हैं, उसी के आधार पर मैंने ब्रिज कोर्सेस, इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम्स, ये सब कुछ कर रहे हैं। मैंने सबसे पहले हमारे संस्कृत विश्वविद्यालय में जो 4 इयर्स कोर्स है, मैंने अभी जो NEP में जो आया है, उसका पिछले साल ही हमने शुरू किया, अब से दूसरा साल में जा रहे हैं। उसमें जो स्किल्स के लिए क्रेडिट्स होते हैं, उसमें भी सब कुछ हम ले आ रहे हैं। यही हमारा जो मुख्य विषय है। जैसे जनरल इक्विटी है, इसमें जितने जो राज्यों से जो आते हैं उनके संस्कृति के बारे में जागरण के लिए वो भी करते हैं, और जो नेशनल इंटरनेशनल कमेमोरेटिव डेज उसका भी योगा डे हमने मनाया। आगे संस्कृत डे मनाएंगे, शंकर जयंती का भी, और BR अम्बेडकर जयंती भी हम कर रहे हैं। हम आगे जा रहे हैं। अम्बेडकर के 25 किताब है, मैंने उनको जो संस्कृत में हम अनुवाद करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहे हैं। हमारे अनुवाद विभाग इसमें तत्पर है, हमारे जो आचार्य भी बड़े इसमें रुचि ले रहे हैं। इसके साथ हम करेंगे, यह अवकाश हमें दिया है, मैंने सभी लोगों को सुनने का अवकाश मिला है। आगे हम जो करेंगे मैंने उसका भी आगे अधिवेशन में हम कर सकते हैं। सबसे पहले आपका जो धन्यवाद देते हुए, हमारा कोर्स यही है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एंड लर्निंग रिसोर्सेस, वो सब कुछ हम आपके सामने प्रस्तुत किया। आपको धन्यवाद देते हैं। नमस्कार।
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing that valuable information. I think there is a lot of knowledge which is there in our ancient Indian text and our languages. Moving forward, may I call upon Professor Sudeep Mishra, Vice Chancellor of NIMS University, to present his best practice. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I'll thank Dr. Sandeep ji and Dr. Ravish ji for giving me this opportunity, this excellent opportunity, and even more for organizing this summit, which I think is the need of the hour. And I think it's a good platform to share our ideas with each other, so that it leads to improvement in education globally, but more importantly in India. So thank you so much. Can I do screen share, please? Please allow for screen share.
Sure, sir. You have the option.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. We can, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So So let me share our best practice at NIMS University, Rajasthan, which is very close to Jaipur, and it is in a semi-rural area. And it serves a huge community, starting from Gurgaon and reaching till Jaipur. So we are on the highway. NIMS is on the highway of Jaipur, Delhi, and we serve this whole lot of community in between these two big cities. So thank you for giving me this opportunity again. So what is a best practice? So best practice are something which are out of ordinary practices. So they are not regular practices like improving education, etc. They are all regular things. But these are little bit out of ordinary practices, methods, interventions, procedures, or techniques which are beyond those mandated by guidelines, but also which possess a high quality evidence and which help in contributing to improve outcome in the community. So clearly, any best practice involves not only enumeration of best practice, but implementation of the practice, generation of lot of evidence, then analysis of results, then looking at the impact of this particular practice on the community, and then based on analysis, any action taken to improve the outcomes. So I think best practice is not just naming the practice, but also involves these other things. So let me try to do what I am speaking about. So our practice at NIMS is prevention of fluorosis in this community of especially rural Rajasthan. So this is our best practice. Now, if you look at this problem, and as you can see, India is globally one of the areas where a lot of fluorosis happens. It's one of those countries among the 23 nations which have this problem. And Rajasthan, our state, has among the highest prevalence. While WHO permits only 1.5 milligram per liter of fluoride in drinking water, actually, it should be even less. It should be less than 1 milligram per liter, because it has been found that anything more than 1 milligram on long-term basis leads to skeletal fluorosis. Now, what is fluorosis? Fluorosis is basically widening of bones and deformities of joints, and which can lead to even symptoms in the spinal column, leading to even nerve compression and weakening of limbs. So this is what is fluorosis. Why this is a problem? Because what happens is that fluoride replaces calcium hydroxyapatite, which are present in the bones, and therefore leads to deformities in the bones and also other connective tissue. So this is why this whole problem happens. Now, what is happening in the community? So if you look at our region, you can see we are in the Jaipur area, and we have very high concentration of fluoride in the drinking water. And untreated drinking water has got a very high fluoride concentration, so much so that up to 40% of population and more in rural Jaipur area are affected by this problem. So as you might imagine, this is a huge problem, not only in Jaipur, but nearby districts, Dausa, Ajmer, Bhilwara, Bundi also have this particular problem as per this data, which is there in 2009. There have been several reports of high fluoride content in groundwater in Jaipur, where NIMS University is located, and going up to not more than 1.5, as you might remember, is WHO mandate. It should be less than 1.5, but we have 16.4 in our area, the fluoride concentration in water, and in some areas of Rajasthan up to 24 milligram per liter. So much so that, and also you might remember that just more than 1/3 of the rural Jaipur has tap connections, and so they just take water from anywhere, which is practically untreated. So what are the typical presentations? And these are some of our photographs taken by us of this particular problem. And you can see that early it starts with just nausea and abdominal pain, but slowly the child cannot straighten hand. When it leads to disability of legs, deformation, then patient becomes wheelchair bound. It may affect chest, and even the speech can get slurred. So basically, it just cripples the child, and this young population, which was going to become very productive, becomes totally useless and rather dependent on the community. So the NIMS best practices, we have established a National Center for Fluoride Poisoning in India, done by NIMS University, Rajasthan, along with another trust, associated trust, Indian Medical Trust. And we established this after these reports coming in 2009. We established this center, a referral center for fluoride poisoning in 2012 on the Republic Day. The idea was to provide updated information on all aspects of fluoride toxicity, offer a ref and confirmatory fluoride testing, and to disseminate the relevant information to not only the government, to NGOs, also to the lay public through several efforts. So now, as I said, it's just enumerating the practice is not enough. You have to show how the practice was implemented. And we set up this national, as I said, we set up this center for fluoride poisoning, and we started treating cases. We organized, not only we treated, we organized training programs to healthcare professionals on lab assessment and evaluation of poisoning. We sent several recommendations to government on implementation of various policies to protect fluoride from drinking water. And then we tried to create awareness among the public through various publications, various outreach programs, and utilizing media. Then we also helped the researchers and academicians involved in research activities, especially in the field of fluoride, to get interested in it and to work on it. And then we were also able to provide consultancy services. So you can see we offered a whole basket of activities. To be more specific, there were certain landmark projects. One was assessment of biochemical tools to detect early fluorosis, isolation and characterization of herbal product, which can lead to fluoride poisoning, then effect of fluoride on hypertensive retinopathy, effect of fluoride on neurobehavioral assessment, and correlation with neurochemicals. And then specifically we looked at hypothalamic pituitary testicular axis to look for if its effect on the human body. And not only these research ideas and projects, but we also started several campaigns. The campaign was Fluoride Free India. So we started this campaign, and you can see some of the evidence. And also we started a huge number of fluoride awareness programs all over the rural Rajasthan, but also in the cities where we conducted the fluoride awareness programs. Now, how did all these programs were implemented? How do you analyze this program? So we did several analyses, and you can see that we looked at impact on several systems of the fluoride toxicity. And you can see this analysis on reproductive system, where we found that high fluoride levels could lead to marked reduction in sperm count, motility, and viability. Also, these are some of the pictures that we saw, and we can showed that how it was affecting the reproductive system. But not only that, it also affected the central nervous system. And what it did was we found a positive correlation between fluoride level and hypothalamic gonadal axis. And then also a huge lot of influence on metabolism, increasing the oxidative stress. So we found that it can increase the oxidative stress. And as you might, some of you might know, oxidative stress is strongly related to aging also. So not only, effect on the skeletal system, which we already reported, but we found that it had a widespread effect all over the body. And thus fluoride thing was a very important thing. And then after these analysis, we presented our data in several scientific conferences, and you can see a list of conferences. Just listed international conferences. There are dozens of national conferences where we presented our data. These are just some international conferences where we presented, and we also published a lot of papers. And these are just some examples of publications. We had, as I said, classical ones like radiological findings, the orthopedic findings, but also other findings, as I just enumerated. Now, again, this thing is still incomplete unless you find some outcomes. So whatever you did is good. There was some scientific data generated. The problem was analyzed, but what happened? What happened with your findings? So I think what happened was that this National Health Mission started this national program of prevention and control of fluorosis based on some of the data provided by us and also by other people. But at least this became a national program, and this particular control program was formed. Also, it was taken up by even near our state of Assam, and this program was started in state of Assam as well. And moreover, based on our findings, a very landmark paper was published in Lancet highlighting this problem of fluorosis in India and other parts of the world. So this, we feel, is some of our efforts got some traction with some of the people, and we got some outcomes. And even in lay press, our findings were reported, and which led to a marked increase in awareness all over the places where this problem was happening. Finally, ultimately, we did, our work was really recognized, and we won some awards. And these are some of the small list of awards, just the important awards that we won. And as a result of this particular campaign, and as a result of all the scientific, academic, scientific, and other, outreach activities related to the program, you can see we won very many awards. And very prestigious Nilofer Chinar Award we won in Iran in 2013. Dr. Sandeep Tripathi won this award. And also, even later in 2016, also we won the award. This was by ICMR, and this was in Hyderabad, where we did won the award by Dr. Dushyant. Many people have been winning the awards. These are just some of them. So basically, this is just our best practice, one of the best practice, because I was told time is short. I just presented one. Thank you so much for your kind attention.
Thank you so much, sir. I know this is a fantastic work you're doing. Thank you for sharing it with everyone. Please, may I request everyone to keep to a 5 minutes limit so that we can finish on time. May I now call upon Professor Pradipta Kumar Nanda, Vice Chancellor, Shiksha Anusandan University, to present his views. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sandeep. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to share. I'll share my screen and just stick to time. Yes. My screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's visible.
I'll just make it full screen. Yeah. Once again, thank you, Dr. Ramesh and Dr. Sandeep, for giving us the platform to share some of the practices and about, in general, about the university. This is Shiksha Anusandan. Shiksha stands for Education and Research, who is kind of fund for research. And this is located in Bhubaneswar. This started as a 1995 as a trust, and 96 as a small institute of Faculty of Engineering and Technology, that is to ensure technical education and research. And thereafter, we went on adding institutes, management science, nursing, hotel management, pharmaceutical science, dental science. And 2007, it became deemed to be university. And then we added medical science, legal studies, agricultural science. And last year, we added veterinary science, almost all the technological kind of the disciplines we have. We have the third cycle of NAC, I think, accredited with the A++. And I think 2022 was the NAC accreditation. These are the all 10 institutes we have at spread over 4 campuses. And you have this kind of the ranking. In the NRF ranking, consistently we are, I think, last 7 years we are in top 25, and this year we are 15th in the university category, and 27th in engineering. I think law is, I think, this year 9th, and dental is 8th, and dental is 9th. And also QS and THE ranking were visible. We are in 2023, 1200, and 24 we are 1200 plus, of course. Asia ranking 451, 110 in the kind of the South Asian ranking, and THE ranking also similarly we are there. And these are the current student strength and faculty of closely 15,000 students and 1,500 faculty and 5,000 staffs, supporting staff, 215 foreign students from foreign countries, 9 countries. We have 23 undergraduate programs, 68 postgraduate, postmaster 15, postdoctoral program in all disciplines, 12 disciplines. These are the best practices we are following. In short, I'll present. One of the kind of the NEP focus is in interdisciplinary research activity. This is by its conception have all the disciplines. So we are focusing on interdisciplinary activities. We have established, I think, 18 research centers, and 2 of the centers recently established focusing on particularly interdisciplinary. We are incentivizing for promotion of research and publication patents, empowering farmers because you have agriculture, farmers for livelihood generation and service to community. Also, you have a center for Prachin, preservation and propagation and restoration of Indian culture and heritage of India. That's we have a center. We are working on the Indian knowledge system. So we have 18 research centers. 2 of these research centers specially focuses on Center for Climate Smart Agriculture. I think today the climate variation is kind of much more, and therefore to have climate resilient crops, we have a center where research is carried out. And to develop those kind of climate resilient crops we are aiming at with all disciplines, from starting from civil engineering to computer science to agriculture engineering, agriculture and whatever agronomy, horticulture and all. Center for Biomedical Engineering Applications, because Faculty of Engineering, Medical Science, Pharmaceutical Science and Dental Science joining together. And there are many other centers, infectious disease and all. To identify 26, I think, trust areas of research where all these 18 research centers, and we have established 58 research labs over the years. Those are conducting research in different areas. This is our kind of the growth of the publications. It shows that there is tremendous growth over last year. There's exponential growth. And these also patents we have filed, and 34 patents have been granted. Now all the 11 designs have been registered. All the kind of the filing patents and registered. I think the university takes care of all the provides all the financial support fully to these filing the patents and everything. These are ongoing projects. Also, we have I think 116 ongoing projects with 60 crores. This is what we achieve for the because of the focusing on research. So you are providing mainly focusing on interdisciplinary area of research, and not only kind of the inside the university, also we have collaborated with many other institute of repute and also abroad where interdisciplinary research is going on. And to promote this research, so we are providing the seed money for research publication. We provide all the kind of incentives. We provide the article processing charges, full financial support for providing patents and article processing fees, conferences, sub-article for higher studies, etc. We have collaborative research, 145 MOUs, and we have collaboration with the NEET. Institute, Technology Institute. I think we are upgrading the research labs, research centers, and I think many advanced research centers facilities we have developed. And incentives and others to the teachers for national and international level. Fellowship for the doctoral and postdoctoral students. We provide substantial fellowship. I think there are 450 postdoctoral students which are funded by the SOA. And also for the PG students to carry out research. Also, as for the NEP, we are now emphasizing for the undergraduate students to participate in the research and working in the different labs. And we have a special culture for empowering the people in the vicinity for livelihood, extending the research to the community in the biotechnology field. And we have the lab to land culture, established the rural labs, and where we are taking into that. We have the Innovation Center, the ecosystem is developing. We have a SOA Center for Innovation, Incubation and Innovation Center. Also, we are going to establish Auto Incubation Center in our campus just next month, which has been approved. And therefore, the sensitizing the students and involvement of the interdisciplinary faculty also is a part of the program. This is the innovation ecosystem we are doing. I think part of the empowering farmers for their livelihood, we are part of the CBBO of the Government of India, Ministry of Agriculture, where we are taken to 25 districts. in Odisha, where to actually facilitate, help the farmers, train the farmers for their kind of the products and different products, kind of the kindu leaves, and also the honeycombs. How do they, the rural area, how do they do? Our faculty and students spend in the rural area and educate them for this. This is also, so it has been recognized as a NAFED under the Center of NAFED, Government of Agriculture, Ministry of Agriculture, Government of India. We have collaboration with also alternative livelihood alternatives to train farmers in mushroom culture and kind of the millet programs and all. We have these are the districts we have in the Odisha. We have specifically adopted and helping the farmers. These are the particulars where have been adopted. These are kind of the some of the facility we are providing to the nearby villages farmers, incubation support and agri advisory services through different apps. This is for providing the Ajola kind of the production facility and compost production center. This is also helping in the farmers, and our students and faculty members are doing that. And this is mushroom cultivation training for the people in the vicinity and also the rural people, farmers. And we have our own setup which is helping them. We have a community radio and we have the medical college and faculty of engineering and different disciplines. People actually we have a awareness program for the health and education, and also preserving the heritage and culture. For that, I think this center community has been awarded by Government of India for preserving the culture and all. This is what the awarding for the our professor in medical science and also yoga for the community service. This also has been appreciated locally by Government of India. Especially Odisha is prone to cyclone frequently and also thunderstorms and lightning. There is loss of life in thunderstorm and lightning. We have established a Center for Environment and Climate in 2013, and where we have research and collaborate with the IITM Pune and Earth Network USA, where we have installed the lightning detectors at every district, 30 districts of the state of Odisha, and predicting half an hour before the lightning and thunderstorm to save the human lives, and well appreciated by the government as well as the public. This is what the community service, that is all the we have installed the lightning detectors across the country, across the state of Odisha. These are the lightning detectors there. Also in our own institute, we have university campus also, we have lightning detectors. This is how the online prediction from our own center, that is weather prediction as well as for the thunderstorm lightning prediction from happens. This is what I think service to the community. We have adopted 25 villages, and for their equipment also we are working. Our students are working kind of solar energy for awareness program in different health science and also for the agriculture field. These are the different activities taken by NSS. This is also a literacy campaign. There is a special club for Jago for the downtrodden marginalized children from the nearby slums. Our own students of different.
Request you to conclude, sir.
Yeah. So this is what we have a special center called Prachin, that is preservation and propagation and restoration of ancient culture and heritage, where actually there is a Sharol of Mahabharata in state of Odisha, the 15th century old poet, and that has been actually rendition, I think critical prose rendition has been done by a group of scholars which are there working in our center. Also, projects have been sanctioned by the Ministry of Culture for the Indian knowledge system. So we are in the line of Dhara conference, and people are working on this for different activities. I think, thank you very much. Thank you for.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for the exhaustive presentation. Next, may I call upon Professor Neelam Mishra, Vice Chancellor Krishna Vishwa Vidyapith, to present her best practice. Over to you, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me such an opportunity, and it is very useful to hear all the persons who are present over here. I just want to share my screen. Just a minute. So just I'm just unable to how to share the screen. Share screen. This option is there.
Yes, ma'am. Just you have to click on that option.
And then I have to see my screen. How to see that screen?
Ma'am, it will show you the page which you want to put up. Once you do share screen, it will give you the options.
Options are there. Video clip, share, sound, possibility, iPhone, whiteboard, basic, advanced, friends. So just a minute, can you ask someone else to present?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I will do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So may I call upon Professor S.N. Sidara, Vice Chancellor of Hindustan University, to please present his views. Over to you, sir. S.N. Sridhara, sir.
Professor S.N. Sridhar, sir, Vice Chancellor of Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, Chennai. It seems he is not available. We can call upon another speaker. Professor Dr. K.V.S. Sharma, Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra National Law University. K.V.S. Sharma, sir. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, all Vice Chancellors.
Good evening.
Thank you for giving this opportunity. I am the Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra National Law University, Aurangabad. To tell something about my university, just in 2 minutes or 1 minute, I will tell about the history of national law universities. In 1986, the then Chief Justice of India, Ahmadi, he conducted one meeting in Orissa, Bhubaneswar, with all Chief Justices, Law Ministers, Central Law Minister, all Law Ministers of State, and Law Secretaries. And they decided to start, because of deterioration of standards in legal education, they want to improve. So for that purpose, the committee decided to start, the committee passed a resolution. That resolution substance is every state should pass one act in its assembly to establish one national law university cadre, and these universities must be in the control of judiciary. And the chancellor of the university and pro-chancellor of the university is the Chief Justice of that particular state or Chief Justice of India. And this is controlled by, normally we have Executive Council, General Council, Finance Committee, all these committees we have. These are all consist of government secretaries and judges of the respective court and Supreme Court. And first Bangalore National Law School, NLSUI, they started in 1986. Till 1999, no state came forward. In 1999, Nalsar Law University, Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh government started, then Bhopal started. On same way, today we have 25 national law schools in the country, national law universities. And all these national law universities, we have a consortium of vice chancellors. The registered offices in Bangalore, like IIT, NEET for all medical colleges and CAT for all management. We are conducting CLAT exam, common law admission test, for all these national law universities, 25 national law universities. We have nearly 8 to 10,000 seats in the country. Every year, nearly 1 lakh students are writing for this. And with reference to this particular Maharashtra, till 2014, state of Maharashtra did not start. But in the year 2014, Maharashtra State Assembly passed a what we call the Act, Maharashtra National Law University Act, and it established 3 national law universities in the country. That is, first one is Bombay, MNLU Bombay. Second one is Nagpur, Maharashtra National Law University Nagpur. Third one is Maharashtra National Law University Aurangabad. And these 3 national law universities, normally Chief Justice of India is the Chancellor, or he can nominate the senior judge. So Chief Justice of India is the Chancellor for Maharashtra National Law University Mumbai. Supreme Court Judge Justice Gawai is the Chancellor for Nagpur, Maharashtra National University Nagpur. Justice Abhay Srinivas, Judge Supreme Court, is the Chancellor for Maharashtra National University Aurangabad. This is the brief history about national law universities. About the Maharashtra National University Aurangabad, we all every academic year we start the academic year in the month of July. 1st of July we start. Come what may, we close the academic semester, exams, everything 30th October. November, December, we allot to the students for doing internships, and these 2 months are vacation for teachers also. They have to do research and publishing articles, all these research work they do. Again, 1st January we reopen, and 30th April we close, and in 4 months we teach, and May, June, students will do internship. So 4 months teaching, each semester 2 months internship, 4 months teaching, 2 months internship. And they do internship. First years they go to libraries, all India libraries. Second years they go to NGOs, all India NGOs. Third years they go to lower court advocates, lower court judges and corporates. Fourth years they go to high court judges, high court lawyers and international bodies, corporates. Then fifth year they go to Supreme Court judges, Supreme Court advocates, international bodies, corporates, government departments. So they get exposure from lower court to Supreme Court by the time when they complete fifth year. That's why universities like Bangalore, Nalsa, Jodhpur, when they are in fourth year only, they get minimum 15 to 30 lakh rupees salary. Even firms from UK and US also, they come and take them by paying 30,000 pounds or $50,000 to each student when they are in fourth year only. Like IITs are more than IITs. These are all like IITs in engineering or IIMs in management, these national universities. This is about internships. Then with reference to administration, teachers also share the responsibilities of what we call administrative responsibilities. We have various committees, for example, academic committee, examination committee, moot court committee, like that hostel committee. Like that, students also will form committees. Students and teachers, they coordinate and they conduct administration. And with reference to internship and placement, they have committees, and these two committees will take care of placements and internship. Student internship committee and student placement committee, like the faculty committees also. And we are planning to, with reference to new education policy, interdisciplinary courses. Right now, we have BA LLB 5 years, BBA LLB also we are running. Second batch we are taking now. Now, this year we started BBA MBA, Law and Management, 30 subjects law, 30 subjects management. It is integrated course, 5 years, and this course we started. These three are degree courses. In addition to that, we are offering LLM also with 3 specializations: constitutional law, corporate law, and family law. Then PhD also, first batch we admitted 12, and second batch we admitted 7. Above that, we have LLD course also, postdoctoral. In addition to that, this year we started 3 executive programs, that is interdisciplinary, MBA, court administration and financial services. This is mainly, these candidates will go for court managers in various courts in the country. Then for exclusively for doctors, they require what you call medical knowledge. So sorry, they require legal knowledge, because medical jurisprudence they study, and they are also facing so many cases. Patients are filing. So we started MBA, medical laws and hospital management executive program. It is a blended course. 50%, 60% classes online and 40% physical we are asking. Similarly, MBA with National Stock Exchange, we started financial services and capital markets. There is also executive program, blended mode we are offering. And we have MOUs with foreign universities. Normally in law schools, one semester, we send our student, merit cum preference, they opt, and we send our students to foreign universities to study 1 semester there. And the foreign university will not charge any fee from our student. On same lines, in case they come here, we don't charge. So this is one policy in leading law schools are there. We are also going to introduce. And we are also planning to establish what we call the arbitration center and mediation center. And we are going to form a society, Maharashtra National University Society for Arbitration and Mediation. So that practical cases also we can conduct here, like ICEGR and Indian Council for Arbitration. This university is trying to. Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. May I request Neelam ma'am to continue?
Yes, please. Am I audible?
Yeah, we are audible, ma'am. We can see the screen, but we cannot see the PPT.
We cannot see the PPT. Sure. Now is it visible? PPT, is it visible?
Ma'am, request you to reshare it, ma'am.
Sure. Resume share. New share.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's visible.
Now it's visible, no?
Yes.
Okay. So the topic is best practices. This my university is Krishna Vishwavidyapit. I am from west of Maharashtra, Karad. ये मूव नहीं हो रही है स्लाइड. Just a minute, just a minute. A very good afternoon to all the respected persons present over here. Myself, Dr. Mrs. Neelam Mishra, Vice Chancellor of Krishna Vishwavidyapit, Karar, deemed to be university with NAC A+ grade. I am going to speak on the topic as shown in the previous slide. Our practices include strengthening the health services in rural area with evidence-based translational facilities and services. We are having in our university, medical college, dental college, nursing, physiotherapy, pharmacy, and allied one. Our medical college is from 1984, and we have gained university status from 2006 onwards. The Krishna Vishwavidyapit has brought healthcare delivery to the doorsteps of common man through quality healthcare services. KVV believed in service above self and has become the major COVID-19 center in Western Maharashtra. It was the largest COVID testing center, having molecular and genetic lab conducting RT-PCR tests. Immense financial support was given to COVID-19 patients through various schemes during this period. Our practice is to serve beyond professional responsibilities. Objectives of practice: to bring social development with qualitative growth and development of society, to improve standard of living in local and regional areas, to increase the health quotient of the society, to build sustained development of underprivileged community, to implement the needed rural development with special reference to health and sanitation, self-realization of role of citizen in social, community, and national development, to inculcate value and ideology of service beyond self in students and staff. KBV has an establishment of breast cancer foundation, helping thousands of women to participate in yearly breast cancer awareness and screening camps, and many patients have been benefited by early detection of breast abnormalities. KBV has also established advanced Krishna Breast Tumor Bank to explore genetic abnormalities in breast cancer and to initiate research. Now more than 425 samples are there. Pink Street campaign has achieved Limca Book of Records for India's largest cancer awareness ribbon. Its university has successfully implemented village adoption program in which 5 villages are adopted with regular awareness programs and camps. The health quotient and sanitation have improved in all these villages. Honorable Shri Late Jayavant Rao Bhosle Innovation and Incubation Center, JBIIC Innovation Gallery of Patented Products is there. Objective of this practice is to inspire students and faculty members for the translational research and innovation in field of medicine, medical technology, pharma, and other domains in the healthcare sector, to establish a strong link between the academics, research, industry, and end users. So ultimate goal is this intellectual property rights cell to establish that the sustainable during next 10 years for generating financial resources for commercialization activities. ABB has got substantial outcome in IPS, its patents granted 19, filed 27, 47, and designs awarded in 441, copyrights registered. Total field 56 working prototypes products have been displayed at Innovation Gallery. Enhancement of this sanitation management is there. In campus, 2 sewage treatment plants are installed with capacity of 500 KLD each. Liquid waste products generated from hostels, hospitals, canteen, medical college, and overall campus is treated over here. Affluent treatment plant, this has been installed to treat chemical waste water. Storm-based and rainwater harvesting system is implemented in campus. Efficiency of all these plants is 90%. Krishna Vishwavidyapit has been recognized by Mahatma Gandhi National Council of Rural Education as Green Institution Mentor for exemplary performance in water and sanitation management. KVV is now recognized as Social Entrepreneurship, Swachhata and Rural Engagement Cell Institution. KVV has been recognized by NCRE as District Green Champion for Satara District. In our university, have established implementation of research guidance clinic to deal with the research pertaining to particular domain as well as intra and cross-disciplinary to translate to the society. Krishna Vishwavidyapit Library, we are having a very huge library with all modern digital facilities in an area of 32,000 square feet. So this is in brief about all the practices followed in KVV, Karar, West of Maharashtra. I want to thank Dr. Ravi Roshanji and Dr. Pash Pandeyji and all the respective Vice Chancellors for giving this opportunity. Thank you once and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam. May I now call upon Professor S.N. Sridhara, sir, Vice Chancellor, Hindustan University, to present his views. Ma'am, can you stop the screen share, please?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Who stopped?
No, you can just stop the screen share. Thank you. Over to you, Sridhara, sir.
Thank you, Ravi sir and Sandeep sir. Thank you very much for inviting me to take care of my system as well, my university, and also to represent what we are actually doing, etc., and all that. I've also heard most of the vice chancellors speaking about the uniqueness that they're actually following it up, and really quite interesting. And the session from Dr. Rajshekhar Pillai was really very good, apart from, I mean, any with other, the presentations as such. The topic which I'm going to talk about today, that actually, was also being implemented in our university, is immersive education. And when I say immersive education, let me just give you what is the meaning of it. So it includes something like including or inclusive education, which refers to the use of technology, particularly 360-degree experiences. And this will create interactive and engaging learning environment in the universities. So what we did, first of all, is basically to include what you call the cultural and language immersion first. So as other universities have also done, but we have taken it a little one step ahead by including this as a mandatory subject. So it was also being told by Dr. V.K. Jain, Vice Chancellor of CEGR University, that they have got about 21 minors. And what we made here is, instead of making it as a minor, we include it as a mandatory topic. So a student actually either should credit 1 or 2 credits in cultural programs or the cultural activities, and there is a separate class for them, or the language also they can take it up. So when I say the cultural and language immersion, the cultural activities actually has got multiple branches again. Somebody may be interested in Hindustani music, somebody may be Carnatic music, some may be in art, also in the, would you say, many other art forms. All those things are being considered under culture. And in the language, actually, we are offering multiple languages here, apart from the local language, Tamil. We are offering Hindi for learners as well as Hindi for advanced learners and advanced students. And similarly, we also are actually offering South Indian languages apart from Hindi and Tamil. And also the foreign languages, there's a big basket, which actually the students can pick up and then go ahead with that basket as such. So this is one more thing which we have done. And then we are also giving, the another importance for accessibility and inclusivity. When I say immersive education, which can address accessibility challenges and also providing inclusive learning experiences. So what we have done is, a few of them we are making it in terms of taking the help of VR and AR also, the virtual reality and augmented reality. For example, a few students who cannot move because of some disabilities, etc. So for them, we have made all this VR, AR available at their doorstep. So probably they will come once in a week or maybe twice a week here. And we also have a big studio, VR studio and as well as VR studio. So they can go and sit into that and then get all the facilities done, whatever they miss the classes, everything they can actually get experiences here, number one. Also, we have given this facility at their place also. So if they have those gadgets, especially basically the multimedia systems, if they have, they can access all our the subjects, all our courses, everything, including culture and also the immersion, language immersion classes as such. And therefore, to give the experiential learning, what we have done is also, basically our university is offering courses in engineering, law, architecture, pharmacy, and many other liberal arts sciences. Also with School of Allied Health Sciences, we have like physiotherapy courses, perfusion technology courses, etc. So when we say experiential learning, because our university is actually offering the engineering courses from a long time, 1985 onwards, we have well-established connectivity with the industries, and all our students actually every year go to one industry, and they will have 1 month of internship. And in the final year or the final semester, if the internship goes for complete semester, even that is being given. So that will become a semester plus placement plus their project work. And therefore, these students will get employed. So we are providing experiential learning very well for the engineering students. Now the challenge is for others. And it is also not a big challenge for architecture students, because architecture students, they have every year one, the tour, that is heritage tour they go for. Sometimes they go for some sort of design tours, etc. and so on. And also in the final year, they will be actually completely with the internship. So there also experiential learning is very good. Now the challenge is basically for the law students. And for the law students, moment I say that you please go for an internship, there is nothing like a industry to offer them. And all the big companies where it is established by renowned lawyers, they don't want actually anybody as a junior to be joining at a very low level even before passing their or getting their degree, because there are so many confidential things also will be involved in it. And most of these people will go as a junior for a senior to do, especially helping them in the drafting, etc. and all that. But unfortunately, many a time they end up in doing only some menial jobs. So what we have made a committee with our faculty members. We have identified who actually will be the good lawyers or advocates who can actually guide these people and then put them into it. And we have also made some rubrics. So these rubrics are continuously being entered by the advocate who is actually giving the internship or offering the internship to them, and also by the mentor teacher. And this is working very well for the law colleges and law students as such. Now for the other students, actually, see, for example, we are offering BBA courses. BBA actually is a management courses. Again, we are putting them into the industrial internship along with the MBA students, and they'll also be monitored through rubrics. One good thing as a best practice is many a time the students who go for internship will simply spend some time and they'll come back with small report. Unless we have a continuous monitoring on them, this will not happen. I mean, the reality of the internship will never come through. So what we have made actually is we have assigned the mentors, 10 students, there will be a mentor and they will be continuously be watching. So this experiential learning is a very important parameter that we have done basically for all this. Also is a collaborative learning. So the immersive education can facilitate collaborative learning experiences. So for that, what we have done is basically the students chat rooms have been made. So the students will come, they'll sit, something like a tutorial, but the existence of teacher will not be there. The student, they themselves will choose that, okay, this particular topic, which was found to be difficult for a few of the students, a good student will come and explain. And it is completely free for them, so they can actually, communicate in their own language, in their frequency, etc. Let me tell you, for, in this particular forum, this has become a very, very success story for us. When I say the peer learning with the collaborative learning, initially there could be some deviations with the topics, etc. and all that. But later the students become very serious and the learning will be much, much easier and also will be more imperative. So this collaborative learning is another point which we have done. And to help all these people with many of our technological advancements, we also have the interactive learning materials which have been loaded in the LMS. So this LMS is also powerful. We actually developed the LMS in-house, and this LMS in-house actually has got the interactive learning materials. So a teacher can actually design a video or a learning material which actually will be exposed to the student or be given to the student on stage basis. For example, a student I'm teaching, let me say chapter 1, the student will go through serial number, let me say the page number 1 to 5. After that, there will be a questionnaire or the quiz. Unless he attempts that quiz, the second part will not open up. So we also know the analytics of learning as such. Then, of course, we also have a lot of simulation and training in everything. See, for example, in our management course also, we have got IMA lab. So this IMA lab actually also tells about various types of business simulations are there. So the student can actually learn the business simulations. They will sit into that, and it will take about 1 week for them to understand how this works, etc., and all that. Though it is expensive, we have given thrown open free for the students, so the students will go and learn. And also we conduct these IMAM competitions at national level here, so the students actually also go through. This is one part which I am telling. For all the engineering and also the social sciences, we have the hackathons. The social science hackathons are really very, very impressive. I could see that the humanities and other students are very, very, aggressively participating in it. And their left side of the brain actually works very well, better than the engineers. And they actually show up that they are doing very good work in this. And we also have the virtual field trips. And these are the type of, the immersive education that we are giving. And this has given very good result for Hindustan University, which is basically Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, a deemed university at Chennai. And I actually request the vice chancellors here who are nearby or who visit Chennai, please do visit us, and we can actually exchange our ideas, and then we can go to the next level also. We have also got MOS with many other international universities, maybe around 150 universities. But I would actually prefer that we should have the networking with our own universities, Indian universities, and the role by CEGR actually is fantastic on it. Mr. Ravish and Mr. Sandeep, thank you very much for making a network for this. Thanks a lot for giving me an opportunity to speak on this day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Professor S.N. Sridhar, sir, thank you for telling that you are interested more in the domestic collaborations. For your information, we have started academia collaboration to promote in 2019, and in 2019 first summit saw the 154 MOU was signed in the first summit. And after COVID, last year on 21st September, we have organized the second summit on education alliances. That was the historic in nature, with 1382 MOU signed on a single day. That is the record domestic collaboration. And again, this year, in the month of September, we are repeating the third summit on education alliances, where all the universities of all over India and institutions are coming there. They are joining hands, they are signing the MOU for the domestic collaboration. So this is a great opportunity for your university and all the universities to participate in that and join the hands with them. The objective is that your university is doing a great job in South India. If they will join the hand with the few university of North India, Northeast, South India, West India, and East India, it will be amazing collaboration for the sharing of resources. And with this objective, we are organizing in the month of September. So we will invite you in that also, sir.
Thank you very much. And my apologies if I had not involved in many of your activities, because we are going through the NAC cycle accreditation. So my presence was very much required here. Few of opportunities which you had given me, I just missed it out. But this time I thought that definitely I'll join, because I missed about 5 incidences of these type of things. So I should not do that again.
So looking forward to
September.
many more opportunities with you, sir.
4th August, we are meeting, sir, in Chennai. Don't worry.
Sure. I'll be with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. May I now call upon Professor Vinayak Deshpande, Vice Chancellor of GS Raisoni University, to present the best practice.
Thank you, Dr. Sandeep, Praveen, for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and congratulations for organizing such a wonderful program. I am well aware about the time, so I will stick to whatever the time allotted to me. Best practices in our university, apart from the academic programs, we have 6 different schools: School of Engineering, School of Management, School of Pharmacy, School of Science, School of Law, and School of Hospitality Management. It's not a very old university, established just in 2018. So we are in the process of developing our university, where apart from publications, patents, and other academic activities, due to paucity of time, I'll just try to focus on best practices which we feel they are best, and they are identified 5 practices which I will try to share with others. Very happy to listen to the success stories of all the vice chancellors, and definitely we got number of inputs in order to make further improvement in the various academic and other activities of the university. Of course, we are also striving hard to implement national education policy in the best possible manner. The one important aspect of national education policy was relating to common value-added course that we did it, and we tried to develop syllabus in relation with the individual subjects, individual schools. So we have developed our syllabus like philosophical perspectives of Indian education, traditional Indian education institutions, Indian historical thoughts, ancient Indian knowledge of engineering and pharmacy, historical Indian model of governance, Indian thoughts for global harmony. This is how we have developed the syllabus for all the courses, and this will be the common course apart from the 4 years degree program. In that 4 years degree program, these courses we have incorporated. Let me tell you, we are holding morning assembly for our faculties and staff. This we consider as one of the best practices. And as a ritual, all the faculty members along with staff of the university follow this ritual. And every day, the assembly begins with our university song, and it is composed by famous lyricist, Mr. Swananda Kirkire. And the objective is, of course, we believe that this kind of activity can play a vital role in building a positive institutional culture, promoting effective communication, instilling values, fostering motivation, creating a sense of belongingness within the educational institution. And it also provides with character and value development, motivation and inspiration. And therefore, this is the activity which we are doing it. Another important practice which I must tell you, we believe that the university is established in the area which is considered to be the backward area of the region Vidarbha, and therefore we are trying to establish link with the community, and we are trying to have the connectivity with the society, and therefore the importance of universities connecting with society is significant. That is what we believe, and as it benefits both the university as well as broader community. So our students, they visit the communities, they visit the societies, and they try to find out their problems. And our research area is based on, in many instances, local problems. So it helps to have knowledge transfer and research impact, community engagement and social responsibility, student learning and experiential education. Like we are having the problem of water salinity, our engineers, our management students, they visit those areas and they try to overcome the problem, and they try to pursue the people what kind of changes can be made in the existing cropping pattern also. Like, as we know that promotion of millets is going to be the important activity of the central government as well as state government. And ours is the area which is dryland, and there we are trying to develop this kind of millets activities, and we will try to pursue the farmers, and that activity also we have undertaken. So we have lifelong learning, continuing education, cultural enrichment and arts promotion, and of course, economic and regional development. That is our priority, and that is how we have implemented the best practices. So keeping these things in mind, we have conducted various programs on big platforms in order to involve people. We again organize programs like classical music, other kinds of activities, and that is how people from the local regions, they also come, and they we try to share information relating to our universities. Apart from that, the best practice we have is we are having clubs like Nature, Photography, Happiness Club in our university, and that is actually providing benefits to the students. They contribute, and some kind of creative activities they are implementing in the university. And through Nature Club, It serves the following purpose like environmental awareness, outdoor exploration, conservation initiatives, education and research opportunities. Photography club we have, where we have creative expression, skill development, visual storytelling, documentation, preservation, collaboration and exhibition opportunities. Through happiness club, it serves in mental well-being, stress relief, community building, spreading positivity, personal development, and that is how we encourage these club activities in our university. Apart from that, as pointed out by Professor Pillai, we also have School Connect program. So school-university connections, it strengthens educational system, improves student outcomes, enhance teacher professionalism, and facilitate a seamless transition from school to higher education. And by fostering this kind of collaboration, both schools and universities can work together to create an educational ecosystem and that nurtures student success and prepares them for future challenges and opportunities. And keeping this in mind, we have conducted tour of the university for school students, making them understand about the functioning facilities and working in a university, training the teachers of school with our program, train the teacher with respect to their requirements, and also creating awareness about NEP and implementation of NEP, that we are doing it at school level also. Our faculty members, they go to the schools, and that is how we are connecting our university with schools. The last best practice is what we have introduced as Toastmasters. So Toastmasters, it's an international club, and Toastmasters international values are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And we have started giving this platform for our students. Toastmasters has helped them lose their fear of public speaking, learn the skills that will help them to be more successful in their chosen endeavor. And that is how these are the activities apart from academics we have introduced in our university. We hope that these activities will bring strength to our university, will help students to develop their confidence, and that is how we are functioning. The university is striving hard to have the proper academic environment as well as the environment for the development of the personalities of our students. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and sharing this some of the activities with all other vice chancellors. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for organizing such a wonderful program. And
Thank
we
you,
look
sir.
forward CEGR to have some more programs again.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing all the views. May I call upon Ravish to please present the vote of thanks. Over to you, Ravish.
Thank you, Dr. Sandeep Pandey, sir, for moderating the session in a very effective way. And first of all, thanks to you, sir, for moderating the session in so effective way that it was one of the amazing session in the history of CEGR. And with the presence of more than 30 plus Vice Chancellor in today's session, it was one of the amazing session. And we are getting so many feedbacks from the viewers from different social media sites that it was one of the amazing session of sharing of best practices of each university by the Vice Chancellor himself. And it was really great knowledge sharing session by all the Vice Chancellor. So we are thankful to all the panelists, all the Vice Chancellor, and we are thankful to Professor Vinayak S. Deshpande, Vice Chancellor, GH Raisoni University, for always supporting and guiding the CEGR initiative. We are grateful to you, sir, for your presence and support to the CEGR. Then we are thankful to Professor S.N. Sridhar, Vice Chancellor, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science from Chennai, and he is also Senior Vice President to Tamil Nadu CEGR, Tamil Nadu State Council. Thank you, sir. Then we are thankful to Professor P.K. Nanda, Vice Chancellor, Shiksha Anusandhan University. We are grateful to you, sir. Thanks to you. And we are also thankful to Professor K.V.S. Sharma, Vice Chancellor, Maharashtra National Law University, for the first time when we are listening to you at the CEGR platform. So it was a great, amazing experience, and we look forward to your support and guidance in the coming time also, sir. Then we are also grateful to Dr. Nitin Rane, Vice Chancellor, Avantika University, and all the Vice Chancellors who was present since morning, present since afternoon. We are grateful to you. We are also grateful to all the participants who are continuous from 1:30 p.m. from the various social media side. On Zoom, we have kept it limited entry, but on all the social media, we have a large number of audience joined from YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So thanks to all the participants, and last but not least, thanks to all the technical team of ASM Group who supported us in making this event a great success. So thanks to all the technical team, and thanks to Dr. Sandeep Pachpande sir, Chairman ASM Group of Institute, one of the strong pillar of CEGR. Thank you, sir, for always guiding. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ravish. I think it was a wonderful initiative of CEGR to bring so many practices together in one place. I think this will add a lot of knowledge. It will give a lot of action points to everyone. And this really goes with the mindset of CEGR that we have to share our knowledge and collaborate with each other. So I'm sure that, the whole session has been a feast of knowledge there with lots and lots and lots of takeaways from all the speakers. A big thank you to all the Vice Chancellors, all the academicians, all the panelists for making this event a grand success. And congratulations, Ravish, for bringing another grand initiative under the CEGR fraternity for the growth of the whole education sector. We look forward to all of you in joining to us at the other upcoming events at CEGR, and looking forward for all of you to be active members of the association. Thank you once again, and have a very good evening.
On 4th July, we have the annual CEGR National Council meeting, followed by 4th August, we have a roundtable discussion of academic leaders in China. Many activities we are planning, and in the month of September, we have one mega event, that is 3rd Summit on Education Alliances. So the activity is going on, and for details, please www.cegr.in. From there, you can get all the details about the CEGR activity. Thank you. Thanks to everyone, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ravish, for adding me. You said you will add me in WhatsApp. It is not adding.
Today evening, I will add you, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.